Well, police in Massachusetts say a man used a waffle to assault his wife. Officers in Lowell say the couple got into an argument over waffles and the health problems that could come from using too much syrup. Well, the husband allegedly got so upset he slapped his wife across the face with a soggy waffle. Police say she had the proof, bits of waffle stuck in her hair. He was released from jail so he could attend his divorce hearing tomorrow.
Mr. Race and Mr. F are club time on the mix.
Right, left. Roll your hands and pull the cord. Right, left. Roll your hands and woo, woo. Right, left. Roll your hands and woo, woo.
I love meat sticks. Who's with me? Who loves them? Who loves a good meat stick? Chewing on it, sucking on it.
Say, Marty, we know you're from Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Okay. Now, what does a person from Philadelphia dunk his pretzel in?
A girl from New Jersey.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no sweater. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no sweater.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Yo, Rappin' Randy, I'm taking over. I'm kinda handy. Yeah, I got you under my skin. When I come over, I'll turn you around. You gotta be making that special sound.
Man, I will beat the fucking shit out of you and fucking hospitalize you, motherfucker.
Rappin' Randy's in your mind. Rappin' Randy's in your soul. Rappin' Randy takes control.
You know, you could be a little more supportive of the guy.
No way in hell.
This is the invisible drive-through prank.
There's no one in the car. What the How? It stopped by itself.
No way. You're scaring me right now. There's no one in the car.
There's no one in the car and the car stopped itself.
Come to the window, John. I don't know where the driver is. It drove up by itself. I swear to God, it drove up by itself.
It's 3:14.
French fries?
Oh, what the f***? The car came up, there was no one there.
I was sitting here the whole time.
Really? Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, that's cool.
It's cool?
Yeah, awesome. Have a good night, man.
Alright, see ya.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it!
Oh, hey, everybody. What's good? I know one thing that's good. It's Friday. Hi-yo. Welcome, friends, old and new, to BF Live. We're here. We're doing it again. We made it to the end of a week, folks. And wow, the end of the week and almost the end of the month. Today is September 20th. The 20th, tomorrow. I'm going to talk about my birthday's coming up tomorrow. I'm going to talk about some mentions that happened already. It's already been kind of a busy, eventful day for me, folks. I've already kind of been up a little earlier today, doing some stuff today. I'm going to talk about it all with you. Let me take some things out from backstage. I have my friend and yours backstage. I want to bring him in and talk about all this stuff and see what kind of fun we can get into for the next 3 hours right here on BF Live. Our guest coming in the 1 o'clock hour will be none other than Ekul Pineapple. Ekul Pineapple will be here. Let me see. And I'm checking my modulation today, folks. Yeah, thanks for those who were telling me that maybe I was a little low yesterday. I was trying to keep it on the low side so I'm not over-modulated, talking over my guests. But shout out, everybody. Welcome. Here we are again. We're doing it. Are you ready? Come on. Are you ready for a weekend? Come on, man. It's Friday. Let's get into it. We're going to do replayables tomorrow night. But let's see. Let's see if we can get into.
We are making the weekends longer than the weeks.
Say word, son.
And we'll do it again because it's Friday.
You heard the man. It's Friday. So let's see what fun we can get into. We're going to do the BF Live other news or the not so serious news. We're going to tag on a little Bob reads the miserable news moment in history. We're going to tag that on the end of the news. We'll try to get to do the Soulful Horoscope Readings maybe in the 1 o'clock hour before the 1 o'clock hour before our guest Ekul Pineapple joins us. And then we'll see what kind of fun we can get into after that. I think you might have a hard out at the top of the hour. And then we'll get into some of the other fun stuff we like to do here on BF Live. But none of it starts without you and checking in with my friend backstage. So let's bring him in. He's the bro you know, my friend and yours from the Great White North. It is Bobby Nick Havens. Come on, Bobby.
Hey.
How you doing, buddy? I'm okay. Do I have proper modulation today, my friend?
You have proper modulation, yes. I think you sound good. Yes, you sound good. Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, sometimes my voice is lower than maybe the sound effects and all the other sounds, buddy. So I'm working on the perfect mix. How are you doing today? Normally, I'm going to ask you, like, did you do any shows yet today?
Yeah, I did some shows yesterday. But you know what I'm most excited about?
What?
Gord Downey's older brother Mike directed a documentary about the tragically hit, but it came out yesterday, and I just realized it today. So it's over 4 hours.
Yeah,
it's in 4 parts, and it's on Prime. So that's something I'm going to be checking out over the goddamn weekend.
So the documentary about your lead singer from your favorite band that's passed away.
It's about the whole band, right from the beginning of their career. It says unprecedented access to the band.
Wow.
So it's going to be pretty cool.
So you're going to fall down a little wormhole, huh? Maybe you won't be doing some podcasts for a couple hours or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Bobby, have you done anything this morning, though?
No, nothing this morning.
Well, normally you always have me beat and done 1 or 2 podcasts before I even get here today, but I did the train wreck this morning, Bobby Nick.
You did, didn't you? Yeah.
Yes, I did. Shout out to Helga and Lisa and JJ Dabbles and everything. Yeah, at 9 o'clock East this morning, I went over to the train station and visited the train wreck. And like I told JJ, that's a very appropriately named show, buddy.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, though, meeting Lisa and everything. We had a great chat and all, talk for about an hour and everything. So if you didn't see that, maybe you could check that out after the fact. Shout out JJ and everybody. So yeah, it started out to be a great morning. I've already done more podcasts than you, so it's a special kind of day, Bobby Nick. Yeah. And I'm gonna shout out my friend Dave Daffler because today is the September 20th. I've been talking about how tomorrow's my birthday, and I was looking in on the BS show, which might still be on the Shuli Network right now. And right when I looked in, the great Dave Daffler, my friend, super chatted to everybody that tomorrow was my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And they were quite complimentary of me, Bobby Nick. Shuli and all the guys were like very, very complimentary of me. So I appreciate Shuli. Thank you, Shuli Agar, and everybody over there. This is the best birthday present I could ask for, to be doing what I'm loving doing right now. And I want to shout out to Shuli Agar and Bob Levy, because if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for Shuli putting up my chats and like helping me get the bug and kind of letting me know that maybe some of this stuff that I was doing and bringing was funny or that I might be good on air, I wouldn't be on air if it wasn't for them guys. So thank you to Shuli Agar and Bob Levy and everybody that's been supportive of me. It was great hearing some positive words about you when you tune into a show. So I'm looking forward to this birthday weekend. Like I said, Bobby Nick, I'm getting laid this weekend. I don't know what my wife's doing, but I'm getting laid this weekend for my birthday, damn it. But why don't we do this? We're going to start the show and get into the show. We'll see if we can get into this first hour before our guest Ekul Pineapple joins us. But you know what time it is, Bobby Nick. It's time to do the chat family check-in, buddy, right?
Let's do it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Let's do it. I'm going to put my goggles on. I'm going to run my little element here, and I'm going to see what you're up to on a Friday. What are you about to get into? Are you ready for the day to end? Are you ready for the weekend to start? Let me know. Let me know what you're up to in the opening chat family check-in for BF Live Stream Show 152.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk with me, because this is BF Live. We hold it down for fun and positivity in the midday. And Bobby Nick, boy, I must say that yesterday was a fun show, buddy. I think you might bailed out a little bit early. We had JJ Dabbles and the lovely new girl on the show, right?
I didn't even wake up till after it was over.
Okay, I can't remember from day to day. What
I was kicking myself in the ass because I really wanted to meet new girl, but
wow.
She popped in. She popped into No Filter last night, so I finally got to meet her.
Oh yeah, I did pass by a little bit of that, buddy. Yeah, so you had your encounter with new girl. Wow, and she's 5 hours ahead, so that was probably like middle of the night for her almost.
Yeah,
pretty much. But yeah, I mean, it was nice seeing a new girl and her cleavage, and oh my goodness, Bobby Nick, my goodness, holy moly.
Yeah.
I think it's a safe bet to say or know that that show was highly viewed yesterday, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, those boobs be popping. Holy
them boobs be, my goodness. I thought they was going to escape any second there. So, man, she didn't have to dress like that to come on my show, but I appreciate that she did. And oh my goodness, it was the talk of the town. And I'm definitely going to say it's probably my highest viewed show this week and probably within the last couple months, Bobby Nick. You know? Them boobies have a way of attracting a crowd. So shout out everybody. Let's see what we can get into for the next 3 hours, man. Let's see what we can get into. Live Ween starts out by letting us know right at the top that says September 20th is National Lot Lizard Day, Lot Lizard STD Awareness Day. Over 90% of lot lizards are intravenous drug users. Now that's the more you know. From our friend Live Ween. Thanks for checking in, Live Ween. How you doing today? Happy Friday, buddy. Space Nerd says first Hoya. You said it. You get it.
Can I get a Hoya? Get a Hoya. Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Let's get into it. I feel like I'm already ready to start the weekend because I already have. I've been up early. I'm ready to go, man. Rate Gray, says our friend. Rate Gray or Slate Gray? Rate Gray. Space Nerd says Ween, give him the love. Hi, Nerd from Live Ween. LFG, that means let's freaking go. From Kahuna Nui, the big kahuna. How are you doing, my friend? Checking in. Shout out to the 20. Come on, y'all. The 20, do I hear 21, 22, 25? Come on, I got more chairs. You know what this is. This is BF Live. We're holding it down, keeping it positive in the middays, giving you something fun to do. Hoya, hoya, it's Friday. From my lovely sister, Kathy. You get the dizzle kiss. You get the applause. You get
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Live Ween says Kahuna arrives and the party begins. He knows what's up. Live Ween's getting the love right back from Kahuna Nui. HOT hot says Brandywine checking in. Hot. That's hot. Kahuna checks in and says, Nerd, aloha. The lovely Mrs. Honeybee checks in today on Friday. Boy, and Bobby Nick, I don't know, I guess it means a little bit to you, but you know, this is the last day of our seasonal fall here. So we're actually our last day of seasonal summer, first day of fall is coming up this weekend, buddy.
Wow. Well,
so,
feels it.
Yeah, I already noticed that the days are getting
bones, like my grandma used to say.
That is a thing, too. And yes, I noticed that the days are slow. I'm trying to ignore it, Bobby Nick, because I really hate accepting that the summer's ending and all that stuff. So I really try to pay no attention to the days getting shorter and all that stuff. I just try to be oblivious to it. But at some point, you look out your window and you realize, man, it should not be dark this soon, right? That's how I feel.
Yeah, I know. I realized that like a month ago. I was like looking out the door at like 8 o'clock my time. It's like, holy crap, it's almost dark out already. It's like, Jesus, this isn't right.
Yeah, I'm a spring and summer guy, so I'm hoping to get through the fall and the winter fast with you guys, and you guys keep me distracted. Brandywine checks in and says Hoya to me and friends and TGIF. That's right.
We are making the weekends longer than the weeks, and we'll do it again because it's Friday!
You know it. Kahuna Nui checks in and says, hey, MHB. Live Ween checks in and says, soggy waffles, slaps are allowed. Hey now, Brandywine. Yeah, that was funny from the liftoff reel that the husband, I like how he said he got arrested for slapping his wife with the waffle, and then he had to get released out of jail to attend his divorce hearing. I'm like, that all sounded like it fit very well. That all sounded right to me. The Kahuna Nui, Big Kahuna from Mrs. Honey Bee. What's up, Brandywine from Kahuna Nui? Brandywine says, hi, Live Ween, and happy Friday. Hi, Big Kahuna from the Brandywine also. Space Chief 75 checks in and says, good morning. Got BS and BF Live on here. I might type in the wrong chats. Preemptive apologies. Yeah, buddy. I was kind of, I'm happy to see them on, but I had a feeling they might do I was hoping they'd do a tight hour. They didn't even come on until 20 after 11, but I was hoping they'd do a tight hour and kind of leave me some people to come over here. But shout out to my 19 cool people that are over here. I love my little chat fam. I might not be as big as the Shuley Network, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Good morning, Space Chief 75. Hey, BF and Pineapple. That's right from Big Kahuna Nui. He'll be here in the 1 o'clock hour. Same SC from Space Nerd. Space Chief is getting the love from Kahuna Nui. Mrs. getting the love from Terry Nee checking in. What's up, Terry Nee? Spawn checks in and says, good afternoon in Hoya. I'm off work, going to be doing some yard work and offering to help hold it down for Bobby in the midday. Help me hold it down. It gets away from me. It gets away from me, but I tries to hold it down, and you guys help me. Thank you, Spawn, and I hope your daughter's doing well, man. And she kind of get that yard work done in there. It might be your last couple yard works, maybe. I don't know, because of the season ending, unless you're in a kind of a warmer area. Kahuna's getting the love from Space Chief 75. Mr. Nee from Kahuna Nui. Metz is checking in again, our one of our newest members of the chat family. Hi, Metz. How you doing? Happy afternoon. Happy Friday afternoon. Terry Nee is getting love from Space Chief 75. Let's see. Kahuna's getting love from Terry Nee. What's everybody getting into this weekend? What are you doing off the clock, Alexa?
Happy birthday. Hey, BF.
Hey.
What that mouth do?
What that mouth do? Ooh, you gonna find out later, girl. What that mouth do? She gets freaky on the weekend, Bobby.
Oh,
Nick.
yeah.
What that mouth do? Off the clock, Alexa. She's already off the chain. What are the chances anyone has ever answered period blood maroon when asked their favorite color? Damn, that's very descriptive. You can find other things that are that red that you don't have to use that particular term. But I see where you're coming from, Spawn. What's up, Spawn from Kahuna Nui? Chief is getting the love from Terry Nee. Hashtag the purple-headed yogurt flower. That's right, the one-eyed viper. Whoop, that's the wrong one. I mean, I accidentally played Andrew there, right? Here's a famous, look, you think that's here's a famous saying.
If you eat my ass, you must eat mine.
And that's the words from my friend Andrew.
Yeah.
Classic. Spawn, let's go, man. Let's go, Mets. LGM, let's go, Mets from Mets to Spawn. Kahuna, my amigo from our friend Spawn. Keep the wins coming. 15 games over 500, says our friend Spawn. That's a planned out prank, says Terry Nee. Spawn says, we own a 1971 resprayed in period blood maroon. The interior was rewrapped in Taco Bell doo-doo brown. You said Diddy Brown, but doo-doo brown? I don't know. Let's see. The elements are still, Stream Elements bot is still running New Girl stuff from yesterday. Let's see. Spawn, serious question. What does our boy down in the Mississippi swamps use as a measuring stick for when he needs to shower? Perhaps he waits until he can smell his own nuts from 3 feet away. I think we're talking about our friend Jake there, Bobby Nick.
Probably something around there. Well, probably more. He probably waits till it wafts through a whole room.
Till his underwear can't have to peel him off of him. Well, look, I even had a Jake encounter already, Bobby Nick. He was in the train wreck show shitting on me.
Yeah.
He was shitting on Trainwreck. He was saying, hey, you should block BF Live and stop following Trainwreck and BF Live. Yeah, he was shitting on us in the chat. Morning, Jake. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, what a dickhole.
Thanks for showing up to every show and shitting on us in the chat, buddy. I guess. I don't know. Space Chief 75 giving me the love. Live Ween says, I must purchase this whip, this car, this period blood car you have. Spawn $5, final offer. Sold, he says. Ekul is a great pineapple, and we're going to learn more about Ekul. Let's see. Spawn says, no matter how awful our society deteriorates, I'm still bringing Bobby Fran the positive poly approach. There you go. And Spawn, that's the whole thing, bro. It's like, what are you going to do? Which pill you're going to eat? You're going to go down the path of hatefulness and just keep wallowing in that, or you're going to try to go against it a little bit?
Like Jake?
Yeah. I'm like that. I'm like that salmon going upstream. I'm stubborn. All the hate's going that way, and I'm going this way, y'all. I'm wiggling like a fish. I'm a salmon. I am. I'm going upstream. I am. I'm going against the current, Spawn, and I hope you are too. Evie looks.
All I know is that the next time Jake goes fucking missing, he can fucking stay missing.
Oh, hi-yo, there you go. And see, I know we have our friends, we have our pro, we have Matt and our friend Scott Fitzpatrick, who are very pro Jake, and I understand that overall Jake is hard, but when he, like you said, you see what he did this morning. I told you what he done this morning. Yep. I checked in on EV Mooks using over that on the train wreck. I was using that. Bobby Nick is a Canadian hero, says Space Chief 75. You're getting the love from the big Kahuna Nui. Our friend Psych. 100 proof podcasting links are running. As a simple man with simple pleasures, all I ever wanted is a lovely lady who allows me to carry her around public housing the way you would a six-pack or a bowling ball. This guy ain't asking for much in life, man. You know, he's like, hey, baby, what you doing later? Happy Friday, BF Live. Don't you know we're gonna get Friday? It's gonna be a weekend, girl, because tomorrow. I've been saying tomorrow's my birthday and all, so I imagine it's gonna be a banger on Replayables tomorrow night. Bobby Nick, unprecedented access means that the band's colonoscopy videos are included in the documentary. Oh shit, damn.
Well, I mean, yeah, that'd be great to see. Right on, that's gonna be good.
Wow, that's amazing. Spawn, you know how to woo a woman. It's a Space Nerd. Dave is the best. Our friend Space Chief 75 said, yeah, Space Chief. I was so I couldn't believe it. I was literally, so I don't want to watch too much because I'll get engrossed in the BS show and I'll forget that I have to do a show. And that used to happen sometimes. I would watch way too long. But I was just so pleased to I didn't expect to hear a mention of me or my birthday. And then Shuli goes in to say that, compliment me for doing stuff with Shawnee and all that stuff. So it was a very nice thing to kind of walk into. Spawn says, has Jake ever considered abusing Suboxone during a live stream? We'll get our troubled pal the Benjamins he yearns for. Spawn, I don't know if there's any mix of compassion or pills that would ever control or help Jake fully, Bobby Nick.
Give him some fucking Valium.
And look, and you all know this now. Bobby Nick is my Canadian friend. Canadian friends tend to be very tolerant and everything. So the fact that Jake has got my boy Bobby Nick to this point being Canadian, that should be a sign for everybody. Is what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
When you piss off a Canadian, you done went too far. That's what you did. You got a Canadian talking shit back at you because normally they go, it's okay, everything will be fine. He's like, nah, fuck that motherfucker. He's like, no. Hoya, you handsome sons of bitches. Yeah, baby. We're going to be joined by Ekul Pineapple. We're going to meet him a little more at the top of the hour. Space Nerd, chivalry isn't dead. Nope, that's right, it's not dead. Hoya, said our friend the Reverend Wild Bill. Yeah, it's kind of on us to keep that stuff going, like, all those old traditions like chivalry and things like that. Hoya, Wild Bill, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for also kind of pointing out that I was a little low in my modulation yesterday, buddy. You're not wrong. I am trying to not be over-modulated or, be drowning out things. Hello, Ekul Pineapple from Space Nerd. Spawn says, happy birthday, brother Bobby Fran. A Hoya to you, and note on the blessed lady's guitar pick, like a tenderloin, barely mid-ram. I'm gonna get it. Hoya to you, my friend, and Hoya to me.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a
Hoya? Thank you, man. Space Nerd says, Spawn, after you drop me, be sure to tell me, bitch, get back in the truck. Uh-oh. You treat her like a lot lizard, huh? Good morning, Bobby from Space Nerd. That'd be for you, I'm thinking. Hey, Pineapple. Nerd. Mahalo Kahuna Nui from the Nerd. Space Nerd says she sure did pop in. Yeah, we're talking about the new girl, boy. She was a lot of fun, and you know, I mean, look, I think even the women, Bobby Nick, women, and especially that cleavage, boy. Like even women are some fans of cleavage. We know you hear that, right?
Yeah, man. Oof.
That cleavage so nice. Like women look at that and go, "Damn, I can see why you would look at that. I can see why that looks nice." You know, holy hell. She brought it all. That's going to be a challenge to see if anybody that can bring more than her. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. That might be the most cleavage you ever see on an episode of BF Live. Shout out to New Girl and Jade. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. But we got her to put her armpits up, and
did you?
Yeah, and fucking Scott was like, "Ari Jane, who?"
Oh, damn. So for some of you might know that we did for episode 100 of BF Live, we had Dr. Scotty Fitzpatrick evaluating some of the armpit quality of the ladies in the Dabbleverse that turn their pictures in. And so Scott's always looking for the next good armpit. And he was saying yesterday how apparently prior to this, she wasn't showing the armpit. So he wore her down and actually had her show the armpit, huh?
Yeah, we got her to put it up.
Oh my goodness. Now, did any of y'all give her the backstory and Scott let her know that you can tell certain sexual things about a woman?
We didn't get that much into it. We're going to have to one of these days, so let her know.
Yeah. Well, I look for any reason to have her back on the show. So if she wants to come in and I'll do an armpit competition, I'll make her a part of that too. But the fact that she said that Scott said Ari Jane who, when the whole Dr. Scotty Fitzpatrick premise is based on that she is the go by, right? She's the measuring stick, the lovely Ari Jane. Shout out Ari Jane and all the lovely ladies out in this community. I love all you fun-loving gals that come here and mix it up, and you're not easily offended by every little thing. Spawn says, new girl caused me to walk around my house with a stack of textbooks in front of my lap. My wife thought I was acting strange. Come to my lap, we'll talk about the first thing that pops up, honey. Yeah, Spawn. I mean, yeah, she's definitely easy on the eyes, and my goodness, that cleavage for days. Jesus. Cleveland Indians. Let's see. Space Nerd is laughing. Space Nerd, I'll do it very politely, but in the truck. Thank you, says Space Nerd. They're laughing and having fun. Fun Fact Friday. That's right. It's Fun Fact Friday on BF Live. Let's see. New girl would experience the greatest 47 seconds of her life, including the time it takes to disrobe. That's right. You'd be killing it. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm spent. There you go. Spurster from the Space Nerd. Hoya from the Space Nerd. Kahuna Nui says, hey again, nerd, and happy Aloha Friday. You are dreamy, Spawn, says the Space Nerd. Oh, it's getting funny in here. Yeah. Spawn, 47 seconds. What is the secret to your staying power? Yeah, he's like a humble brag, isn't it, Live Ween? He over here humble, bragging about 47 seconds. Like, come on now. Bobby, where did your nephew find that bitchin' orange quilt with the neck cut out he's wearing while playing the Hoya track to passerbys? I don't know. That bitchin' orange quilt with his neck. I don't know. Let's see. Live Ween, Spawn says, Live Ween, I can only imagine how much shorter the time would be when it's actually full of sperm. Holy shit. Terry Nee says, what's going on here? Canadians, English, Australians, California. What's next? We got it all mixed up over here because you're watching BF Live all around the world.
As long as the Haitians don't come in here, we're good.
Hi-oh, look out. Controversial. Bobby Hot Take. Yeah, this is episode 152, and I'm proud to have people join us from places that Terry's mentioning. From Canada, from England at that, Australia, and all over the world. Scotland, welcome to BF Live, wherever you're watching from. Spawn says, I think we should start incorporating Jake into BF Live fold so we can arrange all kinds of shady wagers of how and when he'll flip out. I'm a gambler, and I want to make this happen. Well, Spawn, you would have to make those random bets on your own, because if you think you can wrangle Jake enough to control his and focus his things in order to profit off of it, buddy, good luck with that one. I don't know. Much like Sour Shoes, he's very untamable, Bobby Nick. Much like Sour Shoes. I'll happily lose money if I can get some priceless tantrums. Nothing makes me laugh harder. Send Stream Elements or Matt Stover the link. Come on. Matt Stover, you're going way back for the kicker. And once again, since we were talking about JJ and the lovely new girl and cleavage and all that stuff, this is why they were on yesterday. Not just to show that lovely cleavage of hers, but to promote their show called Drag the Water. So I don't know if they're promising cleavage every show, but she is a charming young lady, as I told JJ. And it was nice getting to know her yesterday. So, but if you want to see if that cleavage pops up again, you know what you have to do. Click on that link right there. Subscribe to Drag the Waters. They're going to premiere their show next Thursday morning, 11 a.m. East, right before my show. So if you want to watch them and see if the cleavage pops up, and then watch me at 12 o'clock and see what pops up next, that's a plan for next Thursday, y'all.
Boom.
I've been looking to Bobby F all morning. Thank you, Blummel's defense lawyer. Come on here with your positivity. Having so much fun. Send Spawn the link. Get well soon, mini Spawn. Yes. Blummel's is getting a love from Live Ween. Hoya Blummel's from Space Nerd. Thank you kindly for asking, Bobby. She's responding well to antibiotics. Hope this shit passes for money because I got a 60-hour week on tap with Hoya's aplenty. Blummel's, I'm coming on dressed like new girl. Let's go. Look out. Let's see. Last night on No Filter, Andrew called Jake an R, and it was my favorite moment in this verse. I wish I had a clip.
Hey, he really did.
He did. He called him straight up R.
Yeah.
Jake, you're an R, man. Ween, that's amazing. Andrew is hilarious. Space Nerd's getting love from Blumel Defense Lawyers. I don't think anyone would mind. I got a pinup photo floating around somewhere. All hail the Fanatics. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks to Dusha the Dabbleverse, man. He was in the chat modding over there for the train wreck and all, and he sent me a nice message, brother. So thank you, Dusha the Dabbleverse, and all my friends from over there. I sure as hell wouldn't. Hoya RWB, do you have a guitar, says Space Nerd. The lovely Donna G checks in and says, happy early birthday, Bobby friend. Enjoy your day. I will, lovely Donna G. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day and enjoy your weekend. Let's see. Space Nerd Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. I'll send you a pinup sticker. Yeah. Space Nerd says, oh, hey, Donna G, and happy Friday. HBD. Happy. Thank you. BF Chang. Yes. He'll be present later after the show and likely all weekend since it's my birthday weekend. How you doing, Drew P. Balls? Nice spelling, says Space Nerd. Nerd, please do. Oh, hey, Space Nerd, right back to you. Have a great weekend from the lovely Donna G. Blumels, I will get a sign-up sheet like Stuttering John did for the keychain to drop it in the Discord. There you go. Jake is a turd floating in the pool. FJH. Whoa, Jake is a turd. We heard some of the descriptions of those turds that we.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Jake? F you. Let's see. The lovely Electra checks in and says, happy birthday, Bobby Fran Buffalo.
There you go.
That's supposed to be a buffalo sound. It's Mark Buffalo. It sounds like a buffalo that got shot, maybe. How you doing, Electra? Thank you for the birth. Sound a little rough, didn't it, Bobby?
Yeah.
Thank you for the birthday wishes, Electra, and thank you for being in the chat today in Trainwreck. It was great seeing you there. Oh, hey, Electra. Hello. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you are well. Hi, Space Nerd. How are you? Yeah, the tradition of toting women around like a bowling ball. Love it, says Space Nerd. Hoya, BF, they hate you because they ain't you. That's right. They hate me because they ain't me. I've heard that somewhere before. Hoya says, DJ Electra.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Electra's getting love from Blummel's defense lawyer. The Reverend Wild Bill says, you were actually fine yesterday. Everyone was overmodulated. Just thought it would be easier to get you to boost your sound. Sound great today. Thank you, buddy. I do, because you don't get the output through your monitor. I get it hot coming off my board, and I don't always hear the way it's going out on the show all the time. New Girl was more than worth the cost of BF admission yesterday, and falling 7 hours behind on the chat. No complaints from Spawn. Yeah, man. The chat, and it's getting like that today, y'all. You guys are so great and eager coming in here that it's becoming more and more challenging. Bummels is doing the PP dance right now. Space Nerd says, I'm wanted to lay my head on her pillows. Hey-yo. You know, that's funny that you say that, Space Nerd, because, you know, women are attractive, and women are attractive for different reasons. But I'm looking at her, I'm like, Bobby, something about her just makes you like, she looked very huggable. Very huggable. Looks like, I guess, you know, must be the nuzzled in the bosom thing, I'm assuming it is, because, like, every time I see her, I'm like, she looks very squeezable, like, very huggable. I don't know. So
These are all
that's
over.
I think Space Nerd is getting the same vibe. Hello, Bobby Nick from the Mrs. Honeybee.
It's Sunny Bay.
Me too. See, Space Nerd said they look so soft. I can't believe someone asked her if they were fake. LOL. They had that natural hang that you could trust to them. They had that natural hardiness, Bobby Nick. They were doing their own thing. Shit, it jumped real good. Let me see. I got it. I'll get it back. Wow, you guys are awesome. Let's see. Well, fuck, I had it and then it jumped again.
I mean, like when she popped on,
Mm-hmm.
I could see that like with every wiggle, she was like, there was a jiggle, you know. So
you couldn't much say a word without that jiggle going on. Holy moly.
I mean, every time she'd open her mouth, like it didn't matter what she was doing. There's a little bit of a jiggle going down.
Ooh.
So I did have to ask. I just had to ask, real or fake, and yeah, those are.
Those Space Nerd says, "Oh, I knew they were real. I have boobies and I can tell." High level defense lawyer from Electra. Spawn says they asked her if they were real, no filter. Bobby Nick, Nick and Levy make smoking look so cool. Yeah, Mumlin Nick, how you doing, buddy? And Bob Levy didn't even believe that Bobby Nick was Nick Fingers. He said he put that shit on there on purpose. Like he thought that he thought that you was like fronting or not. I'm like, nah, Bob, that's not a front. So yeah, these are two prolific smokers. Spawn says, real, fake, whatever. If I took her to an exotic island, she'd see very little of that island. Uh-oh. But see, a Canadian that doesn't like hockey, very suspect. Yes, it is.
No. It's not a Canadian rule that you have to like hockey.
I thought it was like an unwritten rule, but Bob didn't get the memo on that one. My friend Jukebox Ginger checks in from JG's Lounge. And he says, hey. And I say, hey to you, buddy. How you doing? Have a great weekend, buddy. Synth Pop Troubadour has the greatest outfits. The Penguins preseason starts tomorrow, our friend Clyde Syke says. Hoya Syke, when is your flight? Hey, DJE from Kahuna. Hey, Syke from Kahuna. Happy vacation, Syke. And ding dong, y'all earned it. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself for me. Blummel's defense lawyer says, I want to see Bobby's cleave. Oh, talking about yours. Well, you know, Ekul Pineapple said he'll try the best he can, but he don't know if he can come up to that cleavage game from yesterday. But we're going to see what kind of cleavage the Pineapple's rocking pretty soon. JG says, I like to tune in from my dungeon. My master doesn't like me out in public. Blummel's defense lawyer is like getting the love from Syke. Spawn's or giving the love to Syke. Spawn says, live ween, maybe one day I'll take that link. This show is a lot of fun. Dudes are so basic, LOL. Yeah, but like you said, Bummels, look, and them boobies had women hypnotized too. Like I said, you know a woman is attractive when other women go, man, that's an attractive woman, or they lock on like we do. Hey, Blummels from our friend Syke. Andrew fell in love last night again, says Nimrod71. He's a boob aficionado himself right there. I was wondering, I figured Andrew had a good time with her. You know, did he ask the OnlyFans question or any, you know, I'm in the industry. Did he hit her with any of that?
He didn't.
Oh, shit.
Thank goodness.
After I do some power washing during the third hour BF Live, I'm going to absolutely fuck shit up. And where? In the lounge. It's a fun hang. I love me some power washing, man. Spawn, that's like, it's so gratifying, like doing power washing, man. I get addicted to it, and I just want to wash everything that it sprays I can get a hold of, Bobby Nick.
Yeah.
Bones up to BF and the Midday Freaks from Matt. He's pro Jake. He's the mob to the stars on Scott Fitzpatrick page. What's up? Hoya Matt from Space Nerd. Space Nerd's outfits are Synth Pop Troubadours outfits, facts. Matt holding hands. Hoya from the Space Nerd. Thank you for celebrating my birthday weekend. Oh, wait, it's mine, you knucklehead. Is it your birthday too?
It is. His is Sunday. Yours is tomorrow. So yeah.
Mine come first, buddy. Happy birthday, Nimrod. You must be on the cusp. Or are you a fellow Virgo, buddy? I know you're close. Smokes up to Bobby Nick from Matt. Hoya Space Nerd from Matt. Live Ween's getting the bones up love from our friend Matt. Spawn said, how would any folks hate either of these Bobbies? They're nothing but great to their viewers, and the best shows are the ones who interact with their audience. Thank you. Happy early 21st. I mean, the day of the 21st, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Matt from Kahuna Nui. You're right, Spawn. It's positive and a break from all the shit I wonder if there even one former teenage boy who hasn't ever walked home from a broad's house while repeatedly sniffing his hands. I don't know. We're getting very specific here. Am I the only one that didn't like her? She was dumb and can't go for stupid people. Wait a minute. You don't act like you didn't like those boobies. Thank you, Live Ween. I'm finally ready for my first drink. Kahuna waves up from Matt. Nimrob, love those hot toddies. Trustworthy boobs, you could trust them. Space Nerd, more than half of the chat rooms are slaughtering dens. I don't ever see that shit here. It's a very nice departure. I'm very proud of that, and I give you guys all the credit for that, because you guys are chat family. I'm just the captain of the ship. What color was New Girl's hair? I thought she was bald. Hey, Kahuna, I'm going through some of these. I'm never going to get through all of them, because I want to get to some news before our guest comes to. It's her attitude. Let's see. FJ8 with Joey's Rumble account. You haven't seen Joey on the last couple of mornings.
Yeah, I think he might be doing Rumble exclusive stuff. I don't know.
I pleaded with Andrew to behave before New Girl came on.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Seems like it would be cool to have a beer with her. Virgo on the Libra cusp. Nimrob lets us know. And Space Nerd, his eyes lit up talking about Andrew. All right, let me wrap up this opening chat family check-in. Let's fit in a little news and some other stuff we can talk about before we get on to having even more fun after that. But that was what we're calling the opening chat family check-in for Friday.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. Talk with me. Thank you guys for all the regulars for coming here and assembling every day. And thanks to the new people who've kind of joined and picked up on what BF Live is this week. This is what I like to do. I like to have fun with friends like Bobby Nick, mixing everything I love about podcasting, radio, friends, segments, all that stuff, and having fun. And I also like doing the little news in my fancy little news studio here. So why don't I jump over to my fancy little news studio? I'll run my little element. We'll talk about some of the latest headlines going on here in the BF Live Other News, or the BF Live Not So Serious News. Hey, I'm over here now in the spacious BF Live news studios. I'm going to bring you a couple stories to my friends here, and we'll talk about them as we start the weekend off. All right. I see you popping in backstage. I'll be mindful of that as we get into our first story here in the BF Live Other News, or Not So Serious News. In my first story, Bobby Nick, this one says the Toy Hall of Fame's 2024 finalists include balloons and Pokemon cards. So did you know that there was even a Toy Hall of Fame, my friend?
I think I've heard of it before, but yeah.
Maybe in passing, right? I think
radar, yeah.
And plus, it seems like they have a Hall of Fame for almost everything nowadays, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see how many of these toys are familiar to us, and maybe this will make us feel old or not, or maybe it'll bring back some good old memories of some toys we played with. And another thing I learned about this, it says it's in Rochester, New York, which if I'd have known there was something interesting to do in Rochester, I would have done it.
Wow, yeah.
Holy shit. Because other than doing DabbleCon, Rochester is a place, let me tell you. But let's read what's going in the National Toy Hall of Fame that's based in Rochester. The National Toy Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York, announced this year's finalists for induction, including balloons, Pokemon cards, and Transformers. The strong. And I did see some signs for this when I was up there. It's called the Strong National Museum of Play, said the 12 finalists for induction into its National Toy Hall of Fame this year include Choose Your Own Adventure books, Hess Toy Trucks. You remember the first one, Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But I tried to bring up the Hess Toy Trucks here on BF Live before. I think that's a regional thing, Bobby Nick, because we grew up with these gas stations called Hess gas stations. It was a chain. And every year for Christmas, they offered you like this different tanker truck or different kind of Hess truck that would be like the good Christmas present you could give out.
Yeah, no, don't know those.
So that's a Hess truck, My Little Pony. A lot of people have heard of My Little Pony before.
Yeah.
Remote-controlled vehicles, stick horses, trampolines, and transformers. Also in the running are the games Apples to Apples, which I probably played with some younger nieces or nephews or something. Phase 10, Sequence, and Pokemon trading cards. So there's some of the things right there. I don't know how many people have played these. I was trying to get a close-up of all the games and all. But, yeah, you can see they have just basic things like balloons. They're waiting until now to put balloons in a Toy Hall of Fame. I don't know.
Right. What the heck?
Let me go. I'm going to put that up there. Let me see. Well, there's a couple colorful chats coming in. I appreciate. I lost my spot. Let me see. Kahuna, Gaseous. I totally lost my spot. Scrolling through YouTube feed. No filters. And carrying on Andrew's head thing. Okay. All right. Hey, Virgo on the Libra cusp. I'm just trying to find out my old spot where I left off, y'all, so I can get back in the chat. Oh, I see some. All right. But yeah, Bobby. So there, you see that little Hess truck right there? That little truck at the bottom?
Yeah.
And it's got like a car in the back. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna grab something real quick.
Oh shit. Bobby Brand still got one, I guess. Holy crap, everybody. He's got an ancient relic he's going to grab. Look at this.
I'm back. Whoop. I didn't mean to leave you hanging. Sorry about that, Bobby.
You got an
I'm gonna come up
relic?
close and I'm gonna bring.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got one.
It's your ancient relic of a Hess truck, huh? Let's see this shit. Oh,
it's still in the box. This is compliments of my mother-in-law. We're kind of in the process of cleaning out the house, and my mother-in-law was like collectibles and all. So, yeah, this is the old Hess truck from back in the day, right there.
No way.
So there you go. I got one. There you go. Who else? Come on, I'm the prop master too. Goddamn it, Bobby Nick.
There you go. There you go.
I'm prop mastering on my own show today. So yeah, so these are some of the toys that might be up for induction in the Hall of Fame. Transformers. Everybody knows Transformers, Bobby Nick, right? That's pop culture.
Yeah.
And Pokemon cards. Now the young kids are getting to a chance that they're going to feel old nowadays because now their stuff's going in the Hall of Fame. So there you go. That's my first story in the BF Live other news or not so serious news. Let's see what other stories we can get into here, buddy. Oh, well, you know, and I think there's going to be a big food element on BF Live today. I'll forewarn you now because if we get to the national calendar, there's a lot of food elements today. But I have a food element for this right here for the news, Bobby Nick. You like M&Ms? I should ask. Do you like M&Ms candy?
Oh yeah, I love M&Ms.
Whoop, where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Son of a bitch. There it is.
Oh,
you seeing it? Well, M&M's just introduced its first brand new flavor in 2 years, Bobby Nick.
Really?
Do you like all the different flavors when they put out like the Oreo cookies? They're gotten crazy with all the flavors of the cookies. Do you like any of those with all the exotic flavors?
No, I can't say that I've even tried any of the new stuff. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's almost hard to keep up with. We had some Star Wars Oreos recently, but this is about M&M's and their new flavor, Bobby Nick. It says, forget pumpkin spice season. In our books, it's officially candy season. It's the glorious time from the fall all the way till New Year's when you can eat as many sweets as you like in the name of Halloween, Christmas, and every other holiday in between. And with Halloween just around the corner, it's no surprise that our favorite candy brands are busting their butts to bring new exciting offerings to the table. So this is what they're making, Bobby Nick. It's peanut butter and jelly M&Ms. What do you think, buddy?
What?
Yes. Peanut butter and jelly M&Ms are going to be the new thing this year. I'm not sure not sure about that, Bob. Maybe it's going to be too oozy or not.
Yeah, how are you going to get that jelly in there properly and keep it jelly? You know
I don't know. They say it's the brand's first new flavor innovation since 2022. The new bite-sized candies features a berry-flavored chocolate treat with a smooth peanut butter center. Because the only flavor pairing more classic than chocolate and peanut butter is peanut butter and jelly. So if you want to try something new or different, you didn't know they were out there, there's some peanut butter and jelly M&Ms you could try here.
I would want to try it, but I don't know.
Yeah. I thought this story was pretty darn cool. This involves the rainforest cafes in here. They used to be attached to Disney parks, and some of them used to be freestanding. But it says New York City's first rainforest cafe to open at the Empire State Building. But there's a catch to it. So they're gonna try to put one of these rainforest cafes in the Empire State Building, Bobby Nick. But they're going about it in a cool way. Look, buddy, it's a pop-up restaurant. They're gonna put at the top. If you can see that picture real good, can you see that?
Oh yeah, okay.
So you see all the trees and everything enveloping right here at the top layer. That looks pretty dang cool, man. But you can buy tickets in advance, and there it says after joking about opening a April Fool's Day, the Empire State Building will host a rainforest pop-up cafe next month. And I believe you can buy tickets in advance, but you can go up on top of basically the Empire State Building and go to a pop-up rainforest cafe. So if you're in New York City, that is kind of funny. I've been to a few rainforest cafes, Bobby Nick. They have like the animated animatronic animals, and they blink the lights, and it kind of makes you feel like, you know, you're supposed to be in the rainforest and all. And it's supposed to make you aware of, you know, conservation and animals and things of this nature. You understand?
Yeah.
Understand? There you go. So that's opening. If you're in New York City, maybe you could take part in that. All right. Now, this is a bizarro story. We got to get into this one a little bit, Bobby Nick. And this is going to be, you're going to be like, what are you telling? I think most people are going to be like, what are you even talking about? This headline, I will show to you, says a woman is charged with assault for accidentally spraying a neighbor with a water gun, Bobby Nick.
What?
And this is up your way. It says a 58-year-old Ontario woman is facing a charge of assault with a weapon after allegedly spraying a neighbor in the chest with a water gun by accident while playing with a child. On September 1st, Wendy Washik, an educational assistant from Simcoe, Ontario, was playing with children during a backyard barbecue when she accidentally sprayed a neighbor who was cutting grass in the chest with a water gun. She claims that she apologized immediately, but the man kept screaming at her and at one point went into his home to call the police and report that he had been physically assaulted. Ontario Provincial Police answered the call and determined that two people had been involved in a dispute that resulted in a victim being physically assaulted. Washik told reporters that police didn't even ask to see the water gun before charging her, Bobby Nick, and they're showing you some depictions of the water guns they were using. Like apparently it wasn't anything crazy. And the quote says, they didn't even ask me one question, the 58-year-old woman said of the police. They didn't ask to see the water gun, not one question. My husband was in disbelief. Asked by local reporters to confirm that the weapon used in the alleged assault was a water gun, a spokesman for the Ontario Provincial Police said that it was inappropriate to comment on the specifics in the case. However, Washik insists that she was playing with a child's water gun that no longer than the length of her forearm. And I'll run a little bit of this TV report
People
here.
in a Simcoe neighborhood are shaking their heads in disbelief tonight over a decision by the criminal justice system. They're shocked that a well-liked local woman has been charged with assault for accidentally splashing someone with a water from a toy water gun.
People are shaken by what's happened, especially Wendy Washik.
That's the woman, Bobby Nick.
I've kept myself up many nights not sleeping, crying myself to sleep.
Wendy says she was at a neighborhood party on the Labor Day weekend when she started playing with a 10-year-old and water guns, one of them like this one.
I was pumping the water in the gun, trying to figure out the gun, and trying to spray him at the same time. And unfortunately, while I was doing that, I hit the neighbor that was maybe 3 feet away from me. He was out cutting his grass, and the water hit his chest. And I was apologizing over and over and over again because it was not intentional to hit him with the water.
How much water was involved? Was he injured in any way or anything like that?
Injured, no. It hit him on the chest. He had a t-shirt on. It couldn't have been any more than not even a cup of water.
That's ridiculous, Bobby Nick. So there you go, buddy.
That is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Those charges will be dropped, and if they're not, the law is fucked up. That's all I have to say.
Well, that's what they're hoping. They're hoping to get the charges kind of dropped altogether. But there's been, this person's caused kind of a ruckus. But now that it's getting out on social media, she's hoping that it kind of just gets reduced down to something a little more simple, Bobby Nick. All right, well, we're at 12:57.
Like
it should be. It probably should be nothing. I'm not sure how Canadian law works, buddy, but that seemed like such a Canadian crime thing. Like the police wouldn't even come out my way for a water gun fight. They'd be like, we got people really killing each other down here. We ain't messing with no water gun calls here.
Yeah,
but so Bobby Nick, it is 3 minutes to the top of the hour. I'm going to try to fit in right at the end of the news right here. Let's do the miserable news history moment. Let's do that. This is when we go back, compliments of Psych Labs, and we listen to Bob Levy attempting to read the news from back in the good old days of the Sirius satellite radio days when the miserable men used to be on there. So let me pull that up right now, and we're gonna cap off the news with this, and then we're gonna bring our guest on right after that. But this is our miserable news history right here on BF Live. Compliments of Psych Labs. This is what we're doing. Miserable news history. Bob Levy attempts to read the news. I like to say attempt. This is from September 23rd, almost from 2007, basically 17 years ago, almost to the day. Bob Levy reads the news on the Miserable Men Show on Sirius Satellite Radio. Miserable news history on BF Live. Let's listen in.
Bob's News, but before we go to Bob's News, I just want to say that, you know, we love doing this segment. I love doing it. You know, the thought of Bob reading anything, Jim, am I right? It's a home run no matter what.
Yeah.
We upped it to 2 news stories, but turns out that we got some negative feedback about Bob's news segment.
From his English teacher?
Well, no. Actually, after the show last week, I jumped on the Stern Fan Network to see what people thought of the show. And Yoko's fiance, put in a whole thing about how she felt the news was too long, 2 stories is too much, and it shouldn't be. So I'm sorry to say, everybody, it's only going to be 1 story today, and that's the way it will be. And if you have any criticism of the show, I guess just post it in a thread.
Yeah, we got to do that because, I mean, she got to be right because look where she got Yucko.
You can MySpace the show, too. Email us through MySpace.
So you changed the whole format based on 1 comment?
That's right.
We have to.
Well, you know, she's Yoko. She's Yoko's fiance. What do we? I have to listen to her.
So just 1 segment, that's all.
Yeah, so please, let's continue with Bob's News.
And now it's time for Miserable Men News with your anchorman, Bob Levy.
Human ancestors had mixed primitive modern traits. The earliest known human ancestors to migrate out of Africa posed as a surprising mix of human-like and primitive features, according to scientists who studied remains dug up in a fossil site in the former Soviet Republic of Georgia. Writing on Wednesday.
Is that by South Carolina?
Yeah, writing on Wednesday in the journal Nature, the scientists described remains of 3 adults and 1 adolescent.
What?
Adolescents.
Adolescents?
Adolescent.
And 1 adolescent.
Adolescent?
Maybe. About 1,077 million years ago, evacuated at Demazia, about 55 miles southwest of Georgian capital Tbilisi. The remains shed light on a little established, understood but critical period in human evaluation.
Evolution.
The transition from the more ape-like creatures known as
Australopithecines
by the genus Homo, of which modern humans are members. The spines and lower limbs found on the Damasio site appear very much modern humans, suggesting these individuals, which walked fully upright, were highly capable of long-distance treks, the researchers said. But other aspects of the skeletons had more archaic...
A what?
Archaic characteristics. The arms were more like Australopithecines.
Australopithecines.
Is that what that is? and the
Still the same
primitive
word.
Skulls encased relatively small brains, like mine. Their simple stone tools are less advanced than the ones expected, the researchers said. They described the remains as surprising mosaic, a primitive modern features. They are the earliest humans found outside of Africa. This is the time when our genius spread outside of Africa. David Lord, fuck him. The Georgian National Museum, who led in the research, said in a telephone interview, their heads are primitive. Their legs are very human-like. Scientists had previously described skulls from this site, but in recent but in recent years found more extensive remains of skeletons of these creatures, giving them a more detailed understanding of these denizens of early history.
Wow, Bob.
Very nice.
I only read half of it. I can't go on.
That actually wasn't that bad.
Exhausted. It wasn't
Really?
good.
I mean, I haven't heard him in the past.
The people are already calling in with praise for you. Tim in Long Beach.
Jesus Christ, Reverend Bob.
What?
Crackhead or Eric the Midget could do the news better than you, brother.
I'm just trying to I'm telling you, I think I need glasses. I think that's the problem. I'm not kidding, because it's hard for me to see now.
You know what it reminds me of? You know that sketch on Saturday Night Live where Superman dies and they have the funeral for him, and Chris Farley comes in and he plays the Hulk, and he walks up to the podium and he's like the Hulk. He's like, and he puts on a pair of glasses, and next thing you know, he's like, Superman was many things to many people. Like, imagine if Bob just puts on glasses and all of a sudden he's a genius.
All of a sudden you can pronounce every word.
I'm telling you.
Are you not seeing that right or no?
I don't. I'm not reading it right.
And there you have it. There is our miserable news history moment. Compliments of Psych Labs. Let's put a bow on this son of a bitch, and we're going to bring our guest in. But that was the BF Live other news, or the not so serious news. All right, we went a little past the top of the hour. We are 4 minutes into the second hour of 3 hours of live entertainment I like to provide here on BF Live every day that I can. And now we have our guest we're going to bring in backstage. We're going to bring him in right now. He was nice enough to reach out to me with when I had a Kahuna Nui on with all the stuff that's going on around him. He was very interested in Kahuna because nobody had seen him for a few weeks. And so he'd been nice to me in chats and everything and reached out to me. So he was part of BF Live already before, but I want him to come back to be by himself so we could talk to him one-on-one. Let's say hello to our friend from across the pond. It is Ekul Pineapple.
Hello.
Good morning / good. I guess it's early evening where you're at, Ekul, right?
Just turned evening for us, yeah. How's it going, Bobby?
Doing good. How you doing, my friend?
Hey.
Yeah, can't complain. I can no longer call you Roachy because you look sexy with your shaved face. So, Bobby.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, that's good because, I was given permission to eat you if you did, so.
No. As long as I'm not on pizza, we'll be all right. So thanks for having me back on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great, man. And thank you. Like, I always like to say with chat family, just these chats in general, you get vibes out of people and on. And even though you're only a filter, you always come in and we're like very positive in the chats. That was really my only previous interaction with you. And then I was a bit surprised, taken aback when you kind of urgently said, "Hey, BF, would you mind if I jumped on with Kahuna Nui?" And so that was kind of our first kind of exchange and everything.
Yeah, so I find it a little bit weird kind of asking to go on shows because that's not the normal etiquette. Right. But I thought it was just an opportunity that I couldn't really miss out on. I started watching your show, brilliant timing for me, really. For me, it's just as work finishes. So, great, 3 hours of chill time with yourself.
Oh,
so, yeah, it's actually one of the better times that the Dabbleverse has.
That's great to know, and thanks for giving me that mindset because it's hard to, you don't always take in how other people are taking this show in all over the world, so that kind of helps me. I'll put that in my memory banks and all that stuff. But yeah, so you were terribly excited, and like you said, I can tell that you had some hesitation even when you just said that about asking to come on a show, but you were so eager to come on to talk to Kahuna. So explain to me why you were so eager. Like what led up to all that?
So this lovely gentleman to my left, I guess, Joey C. He had a morning show, as you know, with Kahuna, and they unceremoniously broke up. And then Kahuna just kind of left, really. I saw him in a few chats, but that was about it. So I was just curious. I on our show that we do on Sundays, 2:30 Eastern, plug Pint Double Pint, we cover Joey every so often. And I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of reach out to yourself as well, a different part of the Dabbleverse that I hadn't kind of gone into too much, and get my face out there.
Well, that's cool. I think these kind of things happen for a reason. So, so we had the similar kind of thinking and all that. We were watching in on Joey and all, and I like Kahuna too. Like, he had sat in on a show previously here on BF Live, and another person that he got to know. You just get vibes off of people. Always got a great vibe out of Kahuna Nui. Always a great greeting, and just very happy to interact with you in the chat and all. So I had a special place for Kahuna, and I felt bad that because it seemed like on the surface that he was being pushed out or kicked out of something that he was really just starting to enjoy and love.
Yeah, for sure. But I think people have made it clear enough, especially on your show last time, that Kahuna's got a place in the Dabbleverse if he wants it. So it's down, like, balls in his court now. You know, I'm sure Joey will say as well, plenty of spaces for people here to do their own shows. So.
Yeah, and I was happy to kind of let you join the show because I know, like, people take this kind of stuff in on all levels. Like, I'm not as participative as you might be. Like, so I observe this and report on this as to where you are more engaging with Joey and kind of interacting with him, right? So you had like opinions and feelings about all of this going into it.
Yeah, I've actually kind of changed my mind recently over the last week, really, with Joey. I think people have been pushing him a little bit too far, hence the little background. Like, he stopped doing these shows, and he's kind of not his usual self. So I'm actually, until people kind of change their tune, I'm not going to do any new shows until he's back. So, yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I do like, so when I'm up doing prep and all, I call it flipping around. Like, we would flip around the old telly. I flip around on YouTube, and I do notice that Joey's on in the morning before me. And I know a lot of time Bobby Nick will come up in the thumbnail. So I'll be curious. Like, hey, what's going on over there? And I did notice the other day that, I always call it morning fight club. Like, Joey was yelling and fighting about something, and he only lasted on the air for like 15 minutes, and he bailed the other day, correct?
He's done 2 15-minute morning shows in the last week, I think. One of them he did come back for like another 40 minutes, but he was using a filter, and that was like not going to entertain anyone. You know what I mean? Like, no one watches a show with someone just with a filter, and it's ridiculous.
Well, I find your sympathy shift kind of interesting in that you seem so eager to get down to the bottom and the facts of why Kahuna was off the show.
Yeah, because I felt Kahuna was wrongly done, and I stand by that. I still think that. But what's happening with Joey now, I don't think is anything to do with Kahuna. I think it's more to do with people watching the shows. So
now what is your take on what's going on right now with Joe? Is he overreacting to being trolled by his chat, or what is the dynamic that you see?
Yeah, so I don't know if maybe he's being misadvised, or maybe he's just kind of going a certain way, which he's entitled to do, obviously. It's his own channel, own show. But he's going in the wrong direction with it. You know, there are people out there who will rib him, who will kind of like give him a bit of grief, but in the long run, they're trying to help him. Or in general, like, they don't want anything bad to happen to Joey, you know. But I think he just gets that a little bit mixed up with the people who do wish him.
It is confusing
ill.
because, you know, some people just show up just to poke Joey, or some people with a stick, right? Just to get a reaction.
I poke Joey, but I also watch his show for the entire 2 hours and interact and give him suggestions and kind of say, oh, on your show, you're saying that you're not getting enough super chats. Why don't you get a tin of beans and that you've done a story about, and every $5 super chat, eat a spoonful of beans, which he did. And then he actually got some of his money in for. So I don't know. He just needs to decide what he actually wants, I think.
Well, I think it's funny, and you're kind of showing both sides of it, that because you're interested in these people, you must like them on some level, but then it's like almost like it is almost like you hear that old expression that some people that you love to hate, or you love to watch them because you don't really know what you like about them yet, or something like that.
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. There's Ray DeVito.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but I can't even watch Ray DeVito. Yeah, so like I haven't even got that. Whereas Joey C, sure, yeah, he might. I might go, oh, he's being a bit of an idiot, or why is he doing that? But I can watch him. I can watch his entire show, and you can't really say that for some of the others. So.
And Ray DeVito is probably the best example of that. So I think we touched on this a little bit when you were on the first time. So once again, how did you get involved in all this, being a Brit and everything? How does one get involved in the Dabbleverse?
I think you've turned into a robot. Bobby Nick, am I right? Or is it
I did. I can see my signals underwater, Ekul. Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will talk with you like this then.
Let me see. Play my sound effect here. Here we go.
Yeah, so how did I get into Dabbleverse? Let's see. Let's see if I can remember the lie I told last time. So essentially it was through watching Ricky Gervais as a teenager. And then I just watched all of his interviews that he'd done on YouTube. And then I found the O&A interviews that they did with him. And then I downloaded episodes of that. So, yeah. And that's how I kind of found my way in, because, YouTube, it'll suggest you everything until WATP gets forced upon you with Carl's little smile talking face.
Yeah, eventually, if you get involved in one of these shows, eventually you'll be connected with WATP, which I've heard that out of many people. That was kind of like their kind of entry into all this Dabbleverse stuff.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was, but he interviewed someone who was pretending to be E-Rock, I think, like doing documentaries on people and pretending to be E-Rock, and that's how I got into it. But now I can't even remember the guy I initially watched.
So you really don't have any prior knowledge of John as far as the very early Stern days and stuff. You kind of only know from.
No. Yeah,
really?
So I've heard from a couple of people in the UK that they used to watch him on Bravo. It was like a cable channel, where it's the Stern TV show.
Yeah.
And apparently that was really good. But yeah, no, I've only heard of Howard Stern in terms of he's a really famous, really rich guy who's on Pop Idol who was a shock jock. But that was it. Yeah, so we didn't really have shock jocks, like nowhere near your level, so.
Interesting. So, right. So, like, you not only barely heard of Stern, then you really didn't have no awareness of Stuttering John until recently then, right?
I'd never heard of the nobody who was Stuttering John Melendez.
And that's what... Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, so the only thing I've really got about John is what you've seen in the last 2 years from TSN and WATP. So I've got a skewed opinion on him because I didn't at least get the good parts of him before I saw all of the bad.
I don't think you missed much, and I find it very fascinating because my history with John, and I believe Bobby Nick as well, is that we go way back being Stern guys. So we already kind of know what's BS and what's not based on what's coming out of John's mouth, based on the history we already know. I don't think you didn't really miss no whirlwind like talent days or anything like that. No scary talent out of John in the early days.
The way I looked at it as an outsider was, right, so he was on a show with, let's say, 10 to 12 rotating kind of people, some permanent, some not so permanent, some more in the background, some not in the background. And he was, some people, he got one really good bit, which was the interviews, and that worked really well as a background guy.
Right, and only
that's kind of what, that's what.
And it only worked because of his lack of really worldly knowledge at the time. Because Howard and Fred would write horrendous questions for him to ask of celebrities, and he goes, "Why is that? Why was that? Was that bad to ask that question?" He didn't even know the gravity of the questions he was asking early on. He had no idea.
But he still had the balls to say it to famous people, and considering how much he cares about what famous people think, that's quite impressive.
Oh, he did, and I must say that they were some of the most exciting things when I would watch the Stern Show, when it would come on air and I could see the actual video after hearing it. Like, you want to see this ruckus, like when he got into the tussle with Sharon Stone's security and all that stuff. I mean, but John was manhandled very many times for the outlandish shit he was doing at press conferences for a while there. Yeah, so I do give him credit for that.
Yeah, so if you cut out every single bit that was on Stern, which had John's questions, how long do you think it would be? Like 10 minutes? Longer?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, honestly,
if you put them all together.
Yeah, because like in my head, I'm like, okay, cool. So he did that, but how many times? Like every week for like 3 years? Or did he do it like once every 3 months? Like,
it was only occasionally when there was a big poppin' event going on in town, like if the Grammys were in town, or the larger kind of press, red carpet events is when he would do it.
Did it get old at any point? Obviously, it's old now because no one cares. But I mean, did it get to a point where they're like, "Yeah, let's stop doing that"? Or did he?
I think it really come down to more awareness and violence, because it was becoming harder and harder for him to get press credentialed and really disguise him. They're like, "Oh, he's that asshole that asked all of those questions," and then so people would look for him and look to throw him out right away and be violent. So I think that the bit kind of had a natural ending that way, from what I remember.
Yeah, then they started sending other people out, didn't they?
Right, and they threatened him with Stuttering Vic and everything, which was brilliant at the time. I don't know if you remember those days, but Howard had hired another stutterer on the staff named Stuttering Vic. He was an young Indian man who actually had a stutter.
Vikram.
Pardon me?
Vikram?
Vikram, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but Vikram, probably.
Vikram. But so he had a bit of a stutter to him, and I remember I love the look on Stuttering John's face when he would go, "You have to take Stuttering Vic out to every event now and train him, so when I fire you, I have someone to put in your place." And just seeing the juxtaposition, John was like, "I can't believe you got me. I got to train my own replacement." He was just incredulous about that. It was great.
So yeah, he had his glory days. You had your moments, John. There you go. Be happy with it. Be happy with it.
But yeah, I mean, just living on the fumes of that, though, brother. I mean, that was literally decades ago. How long is one supposed to live on your past achievements? You know?
Yeah, especially when in general you were maybe a Z-list celebrity. You know, for like 3 to 4 years. At like maybe at one point he might have been like a Y. Oh, sorry, Z-list. Did I say Z? Did I say it wrong? I don't speak American. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but yeah, he was definitely all over the place back in those days. So so Joey's off the air for a while for now. So I noticed that you're doing your 5-on-5 interviews, and I want to apologize to you on air, my friend, because after that quick hookup, and you were saying, "Oh, hey, you know, you're being very polite to me," and you asked me to do like one of these interviews with you, and it totally escaped my mind, my friend. So let me apologize to you on air for missing out on that. I'm sorry.
I don't forgive you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that works. Yeah, I know it, and I literally like waited till I didn't remember till yesterday. So my apologies to you publicly for that, and I wouldn't mind getting together with you on something.
Nice one. Yeah, take 10 minutes of your time, and all your fans will love it because they'll be like, "Oh, we knew all of these answers anyway." So there you go.
Yeah, I did go back and started watching some of your 5-on-5 interviews. It's an interesting little format. Hey, you gotta. I noticed they're kind of run like 8 minutes though. I did notice that.
yeah, I've got intros and outros coming out my wazoo, unfortunately, and yeah, some people just like to talk.
Yeah,
so, but I do have some 3 for 30s as well, which are longer form interviews with. I've got Rob Saul on later tonight. Don't watch it until this show's over, though, guys. I know you're going to rush over there at 2:30, but wait until 3, okay? Yeah, we got the villain of the Dabbleverse.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say I did Rob Saul's show for a little bit.
Oh, God bless you.
Pardon me?
God bless you.
Yeah, I was and it was flattering at the time. I was doing a show with Bobby, Nick, and all, and Chris Abel's my friend who does replayables and everything.
Yeah.
He was nice enough to notice kind of the stuff we were doing, and I eventually ended up doing some of the Rob Saul shows until that all kind of blew up and all. So I didn't know if you knew that about my history. Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up.
Sorry, yeah.
Topic.
And then when I brought it up, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't bring it up because you're about to do an interview with him, and who knows if it comes up over there.
It's pre-recorded. Don't worry. So everyone go over and put all mean stuff in there for him being mean to Bobby. There you go. Well, that's algorithm.
So that's interesting. I mean, do you any kind of impressions you want to give us, or like anything we should look out for? Did anything happen special during that 5-on-5?
Oh, it's a 3 for 30. Excuse me, it's not 5-on-5. It's a 3 for 30. Very different things. Very different things indeed.
Very different.
So you lasted for 30 minutes with Rob Saul?
30 fucking minutes.
Oh my goodness! My condolences.
No, it's all good. Yeah, but yes, set yourself a challenge, guys. 8 o'clock. No, sorry, 3 o'clock. 8 o'clock my time. See how long you can watch it for, and then type in the chat when you tap out. Okay?
It's a challenge, huh?
No, it's a great episode. You got to go watch it, etc. There we go. Let's move on from Rob Saul. That's not bad, man.
Yeah. So as far as like the Dabbleverse in general, and getting beyond John and Rob Saul, maybe what are the things that kind of pique your interest? What are you noticing lately popping off in the Dabbleverse?
So I used to be pretty much 100% on the TSN train. I used to just watch be a show, and then in the morning at the beginning catch up on last night's Uncle Rico. But I've kind of expanded my horizons. That's kind of why I started doing this, really, because I wanted to get to know more people in the Dabbleverse. When you're a chatter, you can get to know certain people, but I want to see the Bobbies, the millions of Bobbies that we have in the Dabbleverse. I'd not really get to talk to you without doing this. So. Yeah.
And so you find that you have a lot of fun. You have some favorite shows, and you go around from chat to chat and hang out be friendly with certain people and all.
Oh yeah, I've met the Aussie guy who does a show about the steel toe, which is a different part of the outside of the Dabbleverse.
I was wondering if that was on your radar or anything, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. So that's made me watch other stuff. Joey C, for example. Once I started doing a show with Rochi, and for 2 episodes, New Girl. So if you want to see more New Girl, episode 1, episode 4, feel free to go look. She was very good.
I don't know if you see much more than you saw yesterday on my show. Holy moly.
I don't know. You might have to go watch it and find out, to be honest.
There you go. That's what you have to do.
But yeah. He introduced me to like Joey C and the other kind of people like Kenneth Pogue and what have you. Bobby Nick. No, I'm joking. So yeah, you just kind of, I like it. I like it. There's so many different areas that you kind of don't even realize are there, like yourself, Jason Bardo X, you know, kind of people that are really interesting to watch, but you just kind of, if my time zones are rubbish, I'll never see them, you know.
Awesome. That's awesome. And then, yeah, so you bring up the Aaron thing. Did you see Hughesy's interview of Aaron with the Aussie guy?
I sure did. Yeah.
Brilliant. Freaking, to use one of your words, brilliant. It's very rare because I have many contemporaries and I don't always reach out and say good on you for doing a show, but I reached out to Hughesy and I said, oh, my friend, I said, when I first saw the head, I'm like, I said, Hughes, no way that Hughesy is that interested in Aaron's opinion on boxing or anything. No way. No way.
You got to give them credit for the creativity. But that's the great thing as well with people like Hughesy, who I guess I can announce is next Friday's 3 for 30. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. They're just fascinating. They've got so many different kind of offshoots that aren't just specifically Dabbleverse or Hackverse or whatever you want to call it verse. Like even like with like replayables now, it's a nice different kind of subsection of the Dabbleverse that you can kind of enjoy and kind of bring yourself to. It doesn't all have to be about Stuttering John or, you know.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. And thanks for pointing that out because, you know, I didn't think that like just being like normal and just being yourself could be a lane here on YouTube. But apparently just kind of coming on here being yourself can be a lane. So that's kind of where I'm looking at. Just being me, you know.
I was listening to you earlier when you was talking about people saying, oh, you've got like quite a good radio voice, which I agree with. But what they don't give you credit for is the kind of speed that you can coherently talk at as well. So I will find myself sometimes kind of being like, I've run out of words to say. Bobby Nick, can you say some words? Because I've got no more words. Whereas yourself, you just boom, 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 and it makes sense. It's not just talking for the sake of talking. So fair play to you, sir.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate your observations, all, because I just come on here and be myself, and I don't always know how it's going over, but I can tell when I got 35 cool people in the chat right now.
Ekul people,
because of Ekul Pineapple. When I got friends and I get great super chats and everything, that gives me a sign. Everything. So thank you very much, my friend. So yes, but this Aaron, that freaking Hughesy interview, I watched it. I was so engrossed in that. He said that's why people don't go. I said it was like captivating. It was riveting. You know, I couldn't look away from it. Ekul.
Car crash TV that was, and it wasn't a car crash or on TV, but it was brilliant. You couldn't take your eyes off it.
And to that buffoon to think that he was going to go on any show and that no people were ever going to bring up all of the tumult and everything that he talks about every day in his life. He is a buffoon to believe that would be the case.
Oh, what a surprise. You don't want to talk about the only thing that makes me interesting. I thought we were going to discuss boxing, which I'm notoriously bad at.
And my whole his cope, the way he copes with all of this and the talking and the chatter. My whole take now, Ekul, is just keep talking, Aaron, please. Just keep talking. We don't have to do anything. All you got to do is watch that guy, and he'll tell you everything. He gives it all up himself.
Just chuck him a shovel and he will dig that grave himself. Don't you worry.
And what's so interesting about him is that he tries to sell us that bullshit radio bill of goods, and he tries to convince us that what we see is not what's actually going on or what we're seeing. And he's just he's this next level just dolt.
I've just realized he's kind of like the anti Bobby Fran, really, isn't he? Because he's very much kind of like radio as well, but he's all of the negative parts of it that you're kind of like, I'm not really. That's why I kind of don't listen to radio anymore. That's why I watch podcasts.
Yeah, he is that guy. He's the yuck guy, and he I find that he like says things for the heat of it. I find that he doesn't really he's not conveying his true feelings about anything. He's just throwing out like a layer of bullshit. Like, I think people will like to hear me say this. This is what I think people want to hear me say, you know?
I think it's more as well, this is what will make me look good with this. As well. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he'll have whatever the opinion is, the hottest take or the most convenient or draw the most heat, the most heat that particular day.
For sure.
But and then the whole chasing of the goal is just obnoxious.
Well, the thing I find incredible is the fact that he actually hits it. That's the bit that I didn't quite realize. I was kind of like ignoring it for like months, obviously, and then people are like, no, like he gets it. He gets that amount of money every day, like quite often. And I was like,
yeah, and
that's
I don't
way
know
too much money.
everybody has their own crowd. Like people, I guess maybe it's a pity crowd or if it's a supportive crowd. I'm not sure.
Crowd. It's a troll crowd. You can
Yeah, it's a
tell.
troll. Yeah, I believe
For
it seems.
sure.
Yeah,
I don't know why they pay him though, but yeah.
Similar to Stuttering John, troll crowd, but they also throw money in him. There's so many comparables between those two guys. The level of delusion and the fact they think that they can tell people, like the whole time where everybody was saying, boy, April looks kind of rough and I think she's on something, and he told it, how dare you say that and talk about her, and then turns out we were all correct, right?
Yeah. I guess as well, the massive thing they have in common is their popularity, but is so much more beneficial to the people reviewing them than themselves. So you'll have Stuttering John and here have, unless he's buying views again, here have like 400 people, maybe less, a lot less if it's a political show. You have Stilto, he has like, I think I saw him with like 500, which is a decent amount. But then you see Melton with 900, you see a TSM with like 1400, you see Point Dabble Point with like 1700, and you just go, what a shame. That would kill me if people like, I love watching Ekul Pineapple. I'm going to watch someone else's show about him where they make it a lot more interesting.
But I definitely think it's the whole Jerry Springer aspect of these shows. People love to see a good car crash, right? People love to see someone that's that's worse off than them, so they can kind of look at them and feel better about themselves. I think that's a big component to why people follow some of these guys like Aaron and stuff and John.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I can only really deal with like 1 or 2 days a week watching that kind of stuff. I really do like kind of, I find myself getting overdone with it. Too much John, too much Stilto, so I kind of save myself like for the weekends.
And it's very tempting trap, and it's very hard not to fall into it when you see like the Shuley Network popping off and getting views, and everybody getting all these views for talking Stuttering John. It's very tempting and all, and it seems like an easy way to go. But I was just starting my show when at the fever pitch of all this stuff, and I mean, those guys worked with him, so they have a history of him. That's their lane. To me, it would have been insincere to try to inject myself and all that. So I just decided to come on here and kind of grow my show. There's only one me, so I can only be me, my friend. So that's what I try to be me.
I like it. Keep being you. Bobby Nick, feel free to change, but Bobby, friend.
Now you guys get together on a lot of shows. I think you guys got together before, obviously this is your first appearance here, so I didn't mean get together in that way that your eyes are suggesting. But when did you get to know Bobby Nick? How'd you guys get to know each other?
We don't really know each other. I just know of him, really.
Yeah.
Because if you ever turn YouTube on, Bobby Nick's always on. That's right. Ekul, right?
So I always change the channel unless it's your show.
That's cool. Yeah, but I definitely think Aaron is like kind of the new target of all this stuff.
It's just because no disrespect, obviously, to TSN, but it kind of gets a bit too much. That's why every time John goes, I think there's genuinely a part of Shuley who hopes, just fuck off for 2 months. Just go away for 2 months. Let me miss you, John. Let me miss you.
Well, it's just like they say, if Christmas was every day, you wouldn't enjoy it as much. And if you have John Christmas every day, you needed some time away to enjoy it again, to reflect on it. So yeah, there's an element of truth to that,
Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure there's people out there who are like, you're absolutely wrong. I could watch this every day, and I do watch it every day. And fair enough. Yeah. But for me, I'm kind of like, I get it. He's boring. He's doing it because they say, oh, John's so boring. So at least with Stilto, there's the drama of he had a wife and she's left him. He might be going to jail. Like, he's a tattletale. That's genuinely more interesting than, I went to the gym again today. Drinking
that's become quite repetitive. But yes,
eating the peach, like no
Aaron's take on his being arrested in a rain, like he was doing some kind of civil public service. I mean, that is just next level, just like demented. I don't know what that is. It was great. It was a great experience. I loved it. Things happen and I take care of them. Yeah, you mean you choke out somebody allegedly and you take care of it. Yeah, of course. Or you send photos allegedly and you take care of it.
He's the absolute worst with stuff like that, because there's one thing that makes you look semi-decent when you fucked up is when you just go, yeah, okay, I didn't do the right thing. Yeah, I fucked up. In hindsight, I wouldn't have done it again, and you move on. But even when he tries to do that, he has to go, which actually meant I did this, which worked out pretty good for me, and I had the day off, and I actually ended up with more money than I did before. So if anything, another win
better.
for the toe.
Everything's better.
And you're like, just say I had a bad day. That's fine.
Hey,
like
it might be
gout
good.
isn't supposed to be fun.
I'll get out early and I'll go shoot a round of golf that day. Like he's so dismissive of anything. So it's not good on any level. If he thinks he's fooling us, it's not good. And if he really feels that way about this whole process he's in, that's really not good for anybody.
Yeah, I'm going to say the word wrong, but it's disingenuous. Oh no, I said it right.
Said it just right.
With that, you don't believe it. Like if you do believe it, fair play, you're an idiot. But enjoy your life, you simpleton. But I just think with Steel-Toe, he's something different, but it will get the same. It will get just as boring, just as quickly. I promise you.
But I definitely think, much like John, he's at that point where he thinks that people tune into him because I'm a high quality broadcaster and I put on a fine show for you for this many hours a day. And I don't think he gets the reason people are tuning into him anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of disagree with that on John. Only you would think that watch 100 of his shows and you'd be absolutely right to think that. But his last episode he did with Carl Hamburger, and Carl left, and he was the sun's going down, and he's got no light, so it's getting darker and darker, and he's just sitting in darkness, and he's essentially just going, "Oh no, you're all here because you're like Carl fans and that, but I appreciate it, and I've enjoyed doing it." And blah. He went on Cardiff's show later and got really drunk and ruined it all. But he he seemed so genuine, and you're kind of like, oh, fair enough. Like, yeah, it must be hard, like not being a celebrity anymore, and your kids hating you, and your wife leaving you, and you're just now a 60-year-old overweight weird man that used to be someone. Like that is sad. And at that moment, I felt for him. And then 2 hours later, he was on Cardiff show, and I was like, "Fuck you, John. I hate you again." So yeah.
And much the same. I can tell you have that kind of that you're conflicted about both of these guys, whether it be Joey C or John. I can tell that you can have like this conflicted both sides about it. Like you can see what's weird about them, but you also have this level of sympathy for them. I can tell. Yes,
and I'm very blunt with stuff. Yeah, so I will say if I don't like someone, I will say, well, I'm not just randomly, but if someone asks me, I will explain why I don't like them. But I'm also rational enough to think, maybe other people like other things about them, and I don't know everything about that person, so fair enough. But
that is true.
I can say fuck KB, though. I can say that.
You can say that?
Yeah. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, he's another one that his whole dynamic has changed, from if you watched him from the days where he was just doing like the sit down across the desk interviews.
He's unwatchable now, Bobby. He's unwatchable. You can't even watch him. He's ridiculous.
It's just a hate machine. And, it really, not many things bother me on the level that it did. But when Bob Levy was still mixing up with Kevin, I'm like, this is oil and water. Like, this is not going to last. Bob is not going to sit. Bob is too fun loving. These two things do not mix.
It was a weird one because I think that's around about the time I kind of came into Doubleverse, about 2 years ago now, maybe a little bit later. And I did watch MLC because I was kind of like, oh, cool, okay, yeah, like he is funny. You got to give it KB. He is able to be funny. Bob obviously lovable, enjoyable to watch, very funny as well. But yeah, it was a weird one because I had none of their history. I'd never heard of Bob Levy, to be fair, never heard of Kevin Brennan. And it was just another show I could watch with TSN, because obviously Bob was on there, so it made sense to me.
Yeah, it was like a comet because I know Kevin was doing his show for a while and Bob was out there. He was doing other stuff, but he was going on Kevin's show and there was these talks about him being the co-host, and finally it clicked one day, and boy, the super chat machine was killing it, and those guys were killing it for the longest time. And I think maybe some pride and egos entered the thing. You mix a little money, a little pride, a little ego, and all that stuff, and it kind of didn't end in a great way.
No, for sure. And didn't they have like a comedy store together or something like that? Or
they did. A matter of fact, I went up to the opening of their comedy club that they tried to partner in together. Yes.
Yeah. I really don't get how you can do something with someone who you're obviously that close to it in some way, even if it's only in a business way, that you can kind of, there's a part of me that really hopes that Bob is just the best actor ever. He got me once and he's not owed $4,000. Him and KB just like split ways, and this was a bit that they don't. I don't think it is, but if it was brilliant, great. But it really sticks in my craw the fact that he's took money out of his pocket, especially if he was someone that he knew on a personal level. That's sick.
And especially for the frivolous reason, and considering where we're at with everything now, because the frivolous reason was you were on the phone with Chad Zumock while we were all up in Atlantic City, and Kevin got his panties in a bunch about that, and now we're back to Chad being on MLC.
Yeah, exactly. Chad is the co-host, who I'm pretty sure, no disrespect, Chad, this is just what I heard, but he made like threats, I think, about KB's like family or what have you at some point.
Yeah.
But he's more than happy to have him back on. I think it was just a very convenient excuse, was it? He said, like, apparently Bob quit. He didn't get, like, thrown out, but he quit the day before payday. And he's like, well, that's a bad move. And I'm like, it is a bad move. But also Bob never in a million years thought you'd be a scumbag and just keep his money. So...
Exactly, and I don't know when the actual quit went down, but I know that argument happened right at the pay period for YouTube, and then so if you blow that up and you're not getting along after the fact, it takes a stand-up person to kind of do the right thing. But it seemed like it was a fever pitch at the time, because people were talking about, oh, Kevin, this ain't going to last forever, and you're pulling in this money, and that's where I think the egos came involved. Like, is it Bob that's drawing all this big money now, or is it me that's pulling in? And hey, I got all this money, I don't really have to or want to share it with this guy, so it seemed like a convenient excuse at a convenient time.
Well, you got to think as well, he had Bob on, I think, every show with him, and let's say he paid him $4,000 or whatever, so he is most likely getting that or more from TSN. Let's say the exact same. So if he was getting $8,000 a month, like KB maybe in general was getting $8K, but he was giving a big chunk of that to Adam and to Bob. So he's kind of thinking, oh, hang on, why is he making more than me when this is my own show and that show isn't his show as well? It's like, well, because he's working 2 jobs. But petty old man with a successful brother.
Do the right thing. So what did you think about that whole angle? You know, because at the time, John wasn't really doing anything and all, and Kevin laid out that $3,000 to draw John out. What do you think about that at the time?
No. So TSN and WATP were talking with Vince and John, and they were offering $2,500 or $3,000.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Others were trying to draw him out.
They were going to foolishly do half first and half after. That's way too generous, for John to just go, well, fuck,
he didn't trust it.
I've got, but I wouldn't have trusted giving him half in advance. But
that's true too. Yeah, he might not have showed up for the other half.
Yeah. KB just kind of saw an opportunity. He had one of his pay pigs pay him that money. By the way, he never actually paid it out of his own pocket.
Right.
So he never lost any money. He made a shit ton of super chats. He had Carl go on, who absolutely killed it with Stuttering John.
He did.
Yeah, one of the best ever episodes in the Dabbleverse, courtesy of not trusting John, I guess. And I don't blame TSM for not paying him, because he would have just told you to go fuck yourself.
I just saw, I don't know if you saw this out on Twitter X. I just saw what looks to be a legitimate legal document out there saying that Vince won like a $12.5 million award against John recently. Like it had like court dates on it and everything.
So I looked through notes from lower down with some of our trusted dabblers, and apparently it's not genuine.
No.
And they were saying, oh, not like Muttering Jay to like put something out that was like incorrect or what have you. Apparently not correct, but it's so stupid. Obviously, you're not going to get 12.5 million from him anyway. And the whole Vince is back on the show apparently next Monday, so he got what he wanted. He didn't want any money. He didn't want this.
Well, Vince is only interesting when he has someone else like an High Pitch Eric or Stuttering John. Vince by himself is not interesting.
I wouldn't have gone that far. I wouldn't have said he's even interesting then.
Wow, then you feel totally different. Yeah, but because he's always relied on like High Pitch Eric or something, doing the 24-hour streams. Otherwise, we wouldn't know or give a shit about Vince the lawyer.
He's just a very good troll. He is a very
good troll. I will give him that.
He's a very good troll, and I don't.
But he is just that.
Yeah, I don't really respect that. I
think he sees himself as a comedian or a talent or something, and tries to go toe to toe with Bob, and he's delusional on that level.
Yeah, for sure. And well, like do your show, Vince, is great, but I don't understand why he buys these channels with so many viewers on it. I don't see why his first show back he had 100 botted Indian people sending generic messages in it.
Welcome to the Vince the Lawyer Show. This is 100% authentic. Yes.
Just have your 100 people in the chat, which is great. Like that's one of the highest amounts that are in the Dabbleverse. And do that.
Thank you for porting out your suspicion about about these views and these channels and all, because I've kind of watched this from the outside looking in too, and I'm like, yeah, he's basically purchasing channels that are already up and established.
Obviously, and without obviously naming names of other people that might have done that at some point.
Yeah, I hear that's a technique that some people use.
I just don't get it. Like, I'd rather have 208 and work for it than have
Same, my friend.
7,000 and never really know when I'm growing. You know
what? I have a great chat family in here. I'm coming up on 800 followers on my page, and that's fine with me, my brother, because I'd rather have 800 people I know came here on their own than 10,000 people to make it look like other people give a shit. Like, I'm not playing that game.
I think it ruins it a little bit. So I used to play certain computer games, and at certain points you could cheat on it. You could give yourself infinite funds or what have you. Yes. And after like an hour of playing and going, I've got everything I needed, I've got all the gear I wanted, you kind of go, I'm bored now, this is shit, I don't want to play this anymore. Because you don't have to grind for it, you don't have to work for it. So like
and what crowd are you playing to when you purchase a channel? Like you said, Indian crowd, who is even your audience and all. So I think it's funny. And not I think it's funny and kind of coincidental or interesting that we share kind of that same view of Vince's kind of situation over there right now.
Yeah, so I've said stuff in the past about lots of different channels. I even said at one point about TSN, to be fair. I said their numbers were strange. I said what my concerns were at certain points, but that's it. That's just my opinion. Right. What I've never seen on there is a brand new channel, which is like TSN's new channel, and they've got 20,000 followers, and they've
just like that.
And they've got an extra like 50% of viewers with people putting really random generic things all with Indian names on. I've never seen that. So yeah, like I think with Vince's channel it is a bit more obvious.
And it is obvious.
And obviously as well, like with TSN, they're popular, they're very big, they're very successful. So I don't know what that really looks like in terms of like Dabbleverse. So maybe I was just overly suspicious. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing when you had all the rumor about this Steven Springer person out there and all the views, I'm thinking, well, Steven Springer probably has more. Pardon me?
I said, message me, Steven Springer.
Yeah. I have to think, just being even a moderately educated person, that Steven Springer probably has more than one customer. I don't think he's existing on one customer. So
I don't know. They do get a lot of views, but no, I don't even care about that shit. Honestly, like if everyone wanted to go by their views, knock yourself out. I just think it's harder to kind of gauge what shows are doing well. If you don't actually know who's watching.
I agree, because it's tempting when you see all these other people, and you probably know yourself, you get all these people in your direct message box, your email boxes saying, hello, my friend, I have noticed your show and I like it very much. I would like to help you build your channel, No,
I've not had any of that. I don't think they like my show.
They don't like it that much? Okay.
I don't think so, no.
That's happened to me. So, let's see. Bobby Nick's off camera right now. So, so what is the future hold? You said you're going to have a premiere coming up this afternoon.
So I've got a few things recorded, so I will still have my 3 for 30s, but I am taking a stance. I'm not going to do any more live shows until Joey C is back. So my Pint Dabble Pint this Sunday is not going ahead. My What's the Handle with the Aussie guy this Sunday is not going ahead until Joey C gets back. We stand with Joey C.
That is a fascinating take, considering where all this stuff started, and you were so eager to talk to Joey C. But I can tell that you're obviously having fun with it. You have like a interest and a heart for these people, but you can also see the fun and the humor in kind of poking at them.
I hope so. Yeah, like I'm a hack who stole the filter idea from Cardiff. So it's fine. I'm a British guy with an accent you can't fucking understand. Like I'll go have a bottle of water with tattoo. Like I get it, So.
Awesome, man. That's cool. All right. Well, I know you said you had to get out here pretty soon. Let's catch up on some of these chats. See if everybody's saying stuff.
Let's catch up on it.
Let's see. Framp checked in with a super stick. I got to acknowledge that for $9.99. Thank you very much. You guys are killing it with. I see Deadfool stopped in the chat at some point because we were saying hello to him. I'm sorry I can't keep up with the chats today. Spawn Live Ween from Deadfool. See you guys have a great day. Let's see. How would Aaron respond if BF emailed him and said, with your life crumbling everywhere, you turn what? You turn to
everywhere you turn. So everywhere you turn is crumbling down. Yeah.
Oh, do you think you just need a Hoya? Do you need a Hoya? You familiar? You know the Hoya. I see you putting it in my chat today. You're familiar with the sensation that is the Hoya, right?
I absolutely love it, and I think you've got an amazing chat. To be honest, one of the nicest chats out there. So good work,
brother. And I'm so thank you, and I'm so proud of that. And I hear that comment so much, and I can only take a little bit of credit for that. In that, at least I'm kind of hosting this place. But if cool people didn't show up and act like decent human beings, that wouldn't be the case, man. And I'm very proud of that. Thank you for pointing that out, man.
No problem.
I didn't know that, like I said, just being normal and being decent human beings. I knew that there's people out there that don't always want to engage in this grind of life, buddy. My whole thing is that we only get one ride on this planet, so I'm trying to make the most of it, and I'm not fucking around with the bullshit. I'm trying to keep it positive, man.
Nice. Do you remember Phil Elmore? I guess you do, so you're quite TSN heavy. So I loved Phil Elmore's show. I absolutely loved it. And I quite enjoyed as well Insufferable Bastards, with Carlos Danger. Because they were kind of like not quite neutral, but somewhat neutral, and they weren't aggressive. They weren't kind of like trying to kind of have the most funny show with all the craziest bits. They were just doing kind of like different kind of formats, different kind of shows.
Just reporting on it,
Yeah, but in different ways. And I absolutely loved that. And I think that's what the Dabbleverse kind of needs. You don't always need the sensational, can you believe what happened here kind of show. You can also have let's have a different look at this. Let's have a different stance at this. Let's have a civilized conversation about heaven forbid. Let's have a back and forth.
Wow. Yeah, and we could we gotta keep like a flow chart of all the rotating co-hosts on all these shows, because I believe that he was involved with MLC for a minute, right?
No, Elmore. No. Nope.
I thought what's his face from Insufferable Bastards was co-host.
Oh yeah, Carlos. Yeah, Carlos.
Carlos Danger.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Carlos. Yeah. He sold his soul now. Boo, Carlos.
And you can't you swear you watch one of these shows and like Stevie Lou's out and then you watch a couple days later and then they're on Fox News and Stevie Lou is back in.
Yeah, I don't mind. There's the whole thing with Kahuna and Joey, for example. I genuinely didn't mind the little stupid little bits because everyone does it. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
Never having Ray on ever again. 3 weeks later, you got Ray on. Never having Chad on ever again. A month later, he's your regular co-host. Stevie Lou, you're a loser. You're never coming back on again. Unfortunately, comes back on again. It happens on every show, really. So, who cares?
Yeah. Let's see. All of John's good parts were written by someone else. Our friend Space Chief 75. He knows from back in the day. We got Chris Popke checking in, being a new member. I'm trying to keep up with all you guys. The Dead Fool says the original Graham Norton show was kind of shock jockey. We had some Graham Norton. He would get imported over here every now and then.
Yeah, Graham Norton's funny, but he was mainly shocking just because of how camp he was. It was amazing.
All right.
We weren't ready for him in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, it's kind of what maybe he was a little bit ahead of his time back in those days or whatever.
Yeah.
But we would get him every now and then in the States and all. Let's see. Trying to catch up with some of these chats. You guys are awesome. Playables got the love. Hey, there it is. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Rumble Rant, Super Chats, Cash App, Western Union, Cash Advances, Advanced Directives, DNRs, all of that stuff. That's a typical quote from a
Steel Toe. Yeah.
Steel Toe show.
Hit the goal. Hit the goal, guys. Come on.
Oh my God. And then I was watching the one clip. You got these great clippers out there that he come up 100, and you said how he always met the goal, which is what my history was too. Every time I watch it, he would meet the goal and I'll be almost like, damn, or something. But this one day I was watching, he was like $105 short recently. And he was like, oh, got to carry the over. No win for the toe that day.
Bobby, do you realize as well that most of these shows, he the whole way through, he's like, I'm 150 off. Guess we're not going to hit it. Then he goes, oh yeah, I got a PayPal from Jim for 50. Oh, just got a Venmo from Frank for 60.
I found a $20 bill on my floor, so now we're down to $80 for the goal. Yeah. I do notice how he adjusts the goal when he notices that the flow isn't going right.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, look, I just found a quarter in my pocket, y'all. That's 75 cents more to the goal.
I hate as well how he kind of goes, I'll tell you what, it's going to come out my own pocket, but I guess I'll have to eat the $50 short for the goal. And I'm like, it goes to you anyway. You're not paying anything. You're not getting a 40% super chat fucking fee at the end of it.
So I feel I feel bad for Johnny and what's the other guy? Matt? Or
Johnny
Matt,
Crutches and Matt, yeah.
I feel bad for Johnny and Matt because whenever I hear him talk about not making the goal, I just look over them guys and boy, you guys ain't gonna be eating this week because he don't seem like the guy that's gonna go, hey guys, I'll make sure you're covered. It's like, no, I got people to pay, and if I don't make my certain amount,
pay me first. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think he probably does it like when you pay a mortgage and they take the interest off the top first. I think Aaron is his own interest. I'm taking that right off the top, and if there's any left, I may or may not pay Johnny and Matt.
Yeah, about the only interest I'd have with old steel toe. You're right.
Yeah, so he's fun to watch, but like I said, we had New Girl on yesterday, and she says he's just so boring. He's bloody boring, and
that does sound like her. To be fair, that's a great impression.
Dead on New Girl impression, yeah. But you have to agree with her because yes, on the surface, yeah, just to listen to him for 4 hours would be boring. The only thing that makes him interesting is his cope and all of this drama going around his personal life.
True.
But he still thinks much like John, he still thinks I'm doing a high quality broadcast here. We got to hit the goal, folks, and I'm oblivious to everything that's going on around me, and you should be too.
People say there's what is it? Any publicity is good publicity.
Yes.
Probably without the shitty English accent to say it. But I guess that's kind of true to a degree. But I would not swap my life for John's. I would not swap my life for Steel Toe. And I've never been a celebrity. I've never met famous people, but my life is considerably better right now than his is, so I'll take it.
That's great, man. Well, it's great meeting you. I know you said you kind of have a heart out. You're a fun guy to meet, man. Thank you, Ekul Pineapple. You did say you have a heart out. You have other things to do, my friend.
It's fine. Just get rid of me. Just get rid of me. It's fine.
Thanks for coming here for BF Live. I want to give you a chance to say any final words you have and some plugs, my friend.
Yep. So once this show finishes, go over to Ekul Pineapple with a free on YouTube. If you've not subbed, make sure you sub and watch that Rob Soul free for 30. Honestly, tell me in the chat how long you lasted, because if it's over 5 minutes, I'm impressed with you. Ekul Pineapple spelled normally on Twitter, and yes, normally pint double pint 2:30 Eastern, and normally watch your handle at something stupid like 7:45 a.m. Eastern. Find it on my YouTube. Lots of interviews to do. 5 and 5, 3 for 40. They're brilliant. Go see the Cardiff Electric one. That's amazing. And that's it. Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Well, thank you, Ekul Pineapple. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to throw your link in my chat bot today, but I will do
just
that.
Advertise New Girl over and over. I think people will appreciate that more.
I'm a little behind. Yes, you can see I'm running my old chat bot from yesterday, but I will update it and I will give you some love in the chat bot. I'm sorry it didn't happen today, my friend. Thank you for joining me here for basically the first official time on BF Live. It's been great getting to know you and kind of know what you're all about, and I look forward to seeing what you're up to again in the future and having you back sometime soon.
Most definitely, Bobby. Thank you very much. And Bobby, that was very rude of you to disappear on us whilst we were talking. I wanted to talk to you. But no, it's just fucking with you.
But
Thank you very much.
This has been a banner week. I've had 2 people 2 days in a row with English accents. It's English week on BF Live, and we finish it up with the awesome Ekul Pineapple. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy your weekend, my friend. Ekul Pineapple.
Thank you. You too. Have a lovely birthday, Bobby Fran. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See ya. There we go. Ekul Pineapple checked in. That's what's up on BF Live. I'm not doing the PP dance, but I am doing the PP sway in the chair. This has been a fun week, y'all. But for a couple people that I missed out on, I tried to bring this, and I'm not ending the show. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. This has been a great week. I tried to have a guest on every day, and it worked out for most of the days this week, and it's been a fun kind of week, but we're not done yet, folks. But I'm here doing the PP sway in the chair now. That's the chair version of the PP dance. But when I'm having so much fun and things are rolling and going, I'm going to sit here and do the PP dance and all. I had a great time talking to Ekul Pineapple. I'm sorry I didn't get to keep up with every chat in there, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take a piss break. That lasts 2.5 minutes. When we come back, we're going to get into some Psych Labs content on the other side. Maybe we'll do some Soulful Horoscope Readings. Let's see what kind of fun we can get into in the final hour of 3 hours of live content right here on BF Live. But right now, folks, I'm touching my penis. I'm doing the wiggle in the chair. That means I know I need a piss break. I'll see you in 2.5 minutes on the other side of the piss break for more fun right here on BF Live Stream Show 152 Piss Break.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
You damn right I did. I touched my pee-pee. We're back for the final hour of 3 hours of BF Live. Shout out to everyone. I see some great people jumping in the chat. I'm sorry if I really can't keep up with the chat like I normally do. It just means to show that you guys are awesome and the show is getting more and more active and better, I like to think. So let me acknowledge some of these great super chats. Thank you, Space Nerd, for the $2 saying happy birthday to one of the best guys around. When I see him, I'll let him know. Thank you. Thank you, Space Nerd, for the $2. I'll let that guy know soon. Thank you to lovely Space Nerd. Thanks for all my chat family. Like the big Kahuna Nui checking in with the most colorful $2 super chat saying, what nerd said HBDBF. Thank you, Kahuna Nui. Hope you enjoyed your friend Ekul Pineapple coming on. You were a little busy to jump in with us today, but perhaps another time he'll join us. Frank, I want to acknowledge this again. Thank you for the $9.99 for the super sticker. Frank. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Chris Popke's a new member. Thank you, Popke, for being part of the family. Dang Lizard checks in from across the pond and says, thank you for the $5, the 5 pounds. Oh, Cardiff did come on. Did he make up with Joey C and pretend from Minnesota, UK now? Sing us a song, Cardiff. Sing us a song. You're the Cardiff man. That's right. You can check out the Cardiff interview on Ekul Pineapple's channel, and he's got some fun interviews. The 5 for 5s and the 30 for 30s. You got a 30 for 30s going on there. I'm sorry, I can't help but point that out. You got a 30s, you do. I got a 30 for 30, I do. And Dang Lizard checks in with another 2 pounds and says, KB and Bob have said KB took Stuttering John money from Bob's pay. I did hear that statement. Yeah, well, that money had to go. We had to pay John with that money. I've heard that bullshit excuse too, but I think it's more like probably one of his people probably paid for that, no doubt. I don't think Kevin took the hit for that. So thanks for for the super chat love on that right there. Let's see, and I want to acknowledge who's checked in. Where's he at? The one and only, my mentor and friend, Bob Levy. How you doing, Turkey Teeth? What's up, buddy? Thanks for checking in on the show. So glad BF Live is doing something different. I'm doing something different. Okay. Oh, hey guys, from the Bob Levy. Thanks, buddy. Levyverse, hello from the Space Nerd. The Rev God getting the love, all the love in the chat earlier. The great Bob Levy is in the house. I'm happy about that. All the love from Psych. Here's the Levyverse clapping back. Dead Fool, shout out, giving Levyverse the love. Levyverse gives it right back. We got the high bobs going out. Did you keep your turkey hat? That was great seeing that picture. I know what they did with you in the cafe or whatever with the kind of the hat on that you had there, Bob. Great to know that you're back in the country. Did you get to keep the hat? It says right there. He says yes, he got to keep it. Excellent. Glad you are back in the States. We all are. You missed your reading segment, Bob. It was just on from 2007. I hope that you know that, Bob. You have to tune in. I know you do tune into my show every now and then, buddy. But Psych Labs, he's got all that shit from back in the day when you guys did Miserable Men, and we're making a miserable news moment that we're kind of doing at the end of my news, my friend, featuring you reading the news. So I hope you catch that one day. Can we trade a pineapple for Bob? I would have taken that. I tried to get a potato and a Bob thing going the other day, but I'll digress from that one. Dang Lizard checks in. Thank you, buddy, with another £5 super chat and says, oh, we did that one. Wait, that's that one. Cardiff came on. Now I'm back in the regular chat, so I'm reading them again. Mr. Doodle checks in. This dog has the biggest muscles of any poodle that I know. How you doing, Mr. Doodle? Space Chief 75 checks in and says, I don't hate John, but I don't have any sympathy for him either. He brings everything on himself. Yeah, his level of delusion, and you just want to smack somebody around, try to smack some common sense in the head of somebody that acts like John. Hey, Mr. Doodle from Space Chief 75. I love John, a.k.a. RJEM, our Jim. Popkey says, starting John can be very unsympathetic. FKB indeed, says our friend Psych. Space Chief 75 says, on the other hand, I hate John. Nimrob's laughing. Space Nerd lets us know, as a woman, stuttering John is the most disgusting thing I know. Well, that sums it up pretty good right there. We figured out how the muscles are looking. I'm not going to read every chat because we're going to get on to, how about if we get, we got that one. I want to acknowledge all the super chats and I'll make sure I get all the love from everybody. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. But we got more fun stuff to get into. This chat is too long. It's too crazy. And it's a time for maybe Bobby Nick will come back for this or not. But it is time now for the BF Live feature. Psych Labs.
Psych.
That's right, it's Psych Labs. Space Nerd's putting in her request and wants the national calendar and horoscope. Let's try to get it all in for you right now. But right now, let's start off with a little bit of Psych Labs here, especially since our friend Bob's here. I had a couple of these lined up I was going to play already. So let's go back, and then I'll show you the late. Well, we already listened to the latest, but let's do some Psych Labs here feature on BF Live, and then we'll get to some National Day Hey and some Soulful Horoscope readings to let you know what the stars have in mind for you with this upcoming holiday week or this fall weekend. The season's changing and all, so that can be a big thing in the horoscopes. Right now, we're in the middle of our Psych Labs content segment, so let's do that. If I can find my banner. Let's do Psych Labs. Let's run it here. This is a little bit of Leonard from Long Island, Levy. Oh, and I see my signals going underwater just in time. Psych Labs.
No, well, don't make a face like that because you're off fucking. Psych's my friend. Your arm is fat. God damn it. You guys are noticing? You're not supposed to have noticed that kind of stuff. Yeah, how is it? Come on. How is it? Ow,
Lenny
ow,
Levy.
ow, ow,
Look at that, Bob.
ow,
Isn't that your nightmare, buddy? Look at that, man. You ain't never seen I've never seen Leonard look so buff and make so much sense when you hear some of the stuff he says.
How? Bob, what did you get Chris Abels for Father's Day? I get him and slap in his fucking stupid head that he has. What a dumb looking motherfucker he is. He looks slow. Like even in a race, he looks slow, like he's slow. You get what I'm saying? Like he's like doy 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 a little bit. He's that close from being a doy 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 and be on Born Wrong Ministries, which is coming this week. It's not registration for Born Wrong, but I will be taking, if you want to come in, you can you got a face that can probably come in and join, but we'll have others, and it's open to anybody with any problems, whether you're missing the left foot, not by accident, you know what I mean, or if you just like licking concrete, whatever. I mean, anybody, even animals that are fucked up. You can come in. It really doesn't matter. We're not going to judge you in this fucking place. We're not going to go, these are the rules. Let's make fun of people that have, all their legs and arms and, never licked a window. So yes, it's coming. And finally, and that's the fact that's going to be, if you have a small dick and you have nowhere to hide, you can hide here. We're not going to tell anybody what a tiny dick you have. Okay? It's for people that were born wrong. And if you want to be born wrong again, I will not drown you in the pool, but you will get baptized in the pool and you will be born wrong again, because, you know, it's what we need to do. Okay, so if you need that, we got that. And yeah, don't worry about it. You know, we'll hold you under the water and get those devil demons away from you. You don't want any of this. You don't want any of this, but you do want a little bit of this.
Oh,
am I right?
Round ice Lenny.
I can drink like a normal person now, not get all fucked up and fucking do crazy shit. Now I'm in control of my fucking life, you know? I finally got to the point where I can listen to myself.
This is the part that sounds weird hearing Leonard say these things about himself, what should be himself.
Kind of makes sense instead of fucking, you know, just going broom.
Hey, you go. There's the first one here in Psych Labs. You never heard Leonard or maybe Bob make so much sense in one thing, but there you go. That's Psych Labs. Awesome face swaps and audio swaps, but we're not done yet. I got plenty more for you I want to share with you, but I will do that right after these messages I'm going to play for you first. I'll play a little commercial, and then back to more Psych Labs content right after these messages.
Hello, citizens. This is DaveDeMarceau.com. I'm the Republican candidate, the governor of Tennessee. I want you to put me in this building, the Capitol behind me here, so I can do my issue.
Do your issue.
And make you all more freer than you were yesterday.
Did you write this script, Bob? More freer?
And I'll become your governor. I'll remove the Capitol.
I'll look like.
Have all their counted the Kennedy had the stake going with Don Junquet and all this temporary carpet.
Oh, yeah.
So I can clean house.
I got it, buddy.
And get rid of all the artifact mean college that ruin our politics, progress, and kind of thing. Can probably take a year or two.
I got it.
So, what you all about for me, let me clean out. If you vote for me, I won't take any campaign contribution that are alluded and J can my contribution, so you know I will be bought and sold. And you're likely to be kicked for eternity if I have to light in blood. And I want you to vote for me. And I'll see you all at the poll. Come, I would also pray meditation on all bacon life.
Such playing vegetation sound like prayer and meditation.
Hey, come with me, go grow. And twin can carry it into Tepanol and catch it in with gas or money. Then I also stop traffic stop.
Stop traffic stops. That's one of my favorite.
Through the hoke. Make the flag fly right. Remove your gold print flag from our society. So much again. I ask you all to vote for me. Flag of reasons to the flag on the gate is come to prairie. And pray to my maker to Lord give your praise as my savior. Have a nice day. Hey, to Marshall's.com.
Vote for Bobby Basil. That's Bobby Basil from Psych Labs, from the twisted mind of Psych Labs. I'm gonna call that Bobby Basil. Vote for Bobby. That's what. It's great, dude. I laugh every time. Says Space Chief 75. Getting some great comments about these. Space Chief 75. I love this one. Basil is the best. Excellent work, Psych. Dang Lizard says this seems kind of like a Stuttering John's clip running for senator. They just should have filmed it sideways. It's great, dude. Laughed every time. Space Nerd would vote for this guy. Psych appreciates all the love. You come too, Perry. Well, we'll see. How about we get into more? How about we got some great Psych Labs content? Psych Lab has captured all of these great classic moments and made some new ones like that commercial right there. But he's captured great classic moments from the Miserable Men days from going back to 2007. This includes like commercials and songs and all kind of stuff. And so here's a song here. We'll take a little musical break. This is a Mike Morse jam from back in the Miserable Men days, compliments of Psych Labs during our Psych Labs feature. Let's go back and enjoy a Mike Morse tune.
When Bob and his wife split, he thought his life would turn out well.
I'll probably remember this.
His savings turned to shit, so down in his damp basement he must dwell.
I remember those days.
Under the first floor, So sad to see, yeah. Sleeping next to a boiler. His name's Levy. Under the first floor, laying on a futon. Under the first floor, he ain't having no fun. Under the first floor, his wife is walking above. Under the first floor, using his own hand for love. Under the first floor,
First floor. There it is from the twisted mind of Mike Morse. There it is. Under the first floor. Taking you back to the miserable men days with the Reverend Bob Levy. Oh my God, this shit is gold. Gold, I tell you, says Uncle Jack. We had a question, says, what the fuck are gold fringe flags? Is that code for something? What I know about vexology, I do know that is the people who like flags, is that apparently the gold fringe ones are supposed to be indoor only or ceremonial, but I don't get bent up about flags like that, but some people are big into flag etiquette. That's all I can figure. Good question, says our friend Space Nerd. The Dang Lizard checks in and says, yeah, I was wondering that too, and why were the fringe flags so important? We can't have your fruity fringe flags out in public, okay? You gotta keep them indoors. Keep your fruity flags. 666, good morning, says Dream Man. And I say bones up to you, my friend. How you doing? Groovy, says Space Nerd. Bob Levy is an American hero. And Bob, he always says that even when you're not here, my friend. You know Space Chief is a great friend and bro of yours. Yeah, I looked it up and couldn't find anything. That's the best I remember. Now you're going to have me looking up this shit again. We shouldn't be doing no studying or studying for no test, looking at this crazy shit on Psych Labs. So why don't we show the next one? I'll run you another little commercial break right here, and we'll get into some more Psych Labs content. And yes, Psych, I do have the latest one that you put in my mailbox last night, and I'm going to finish with a banger, with a doozy. You all are going to love it. The latest and greatest from Psych Labs, and involves me and Chris Abels is all I'll say. But I'll take care of that and some more things right after these commercial messages.
Seen a series of one-car accidents recently involving rollovers and serious injuries to passengers. I don't know if it's video games or what, but it's so unfair to, after something like this, to blame people in the backseat or say they deserved it. I don't like consoling these parents about
Bob filmed this after he got home from Turkey, looking good.
Until it stops.
Full hair.
Will you please stop? I'm Scott Hoy. Wow.
Scott Hoya. We should call him Hoya here on BF Live, because that's lawyer Scott Hoy. Bob's getting all those endorsements now with the success of the Shuli Network and all that stuff. He's killing it. He's killing it. Okay, so here is what my friend Psych was asking me about. He says, BF, did you get the latest thing that I put in your mailbox last night? And that's not a metaphor for anything else, lest anyone think that. It just means that he put the newest, greatest video that him and Dawn have created here from Psych Labs. Let's see. Space Chief says, I've never seen a head that Bob's face doesn't fit on. And that's what makes him so great for this. And that's why Psych Labs is killing it. Oh my God, Bloat Levy says. And Psych is laughing because he's loving all the great reaction and the joy he's giving you all out of this. All right, folks. So, you saw a lot of them involve Bob Levy, and one of them involved Mike Moore singing a song. Well, now even me and Chris got caught up in it. Here it is, the latest, the newest thing, creation from the twisted mind of Psych Labs. You might remember that we were talking about high-pitched Mike from the Stern Show just the other day here on BF Live, and there was a Delta commercial, and Psych says, BF, send me that link. And even though I knew what I was in for, he says, send that link. I have an idea what to do with that. So here you go. This is now myself and Chris Abels instead of high-pitched Mike in the Delta commercial. Oh, shit. Here we go. Listen up and watch in horror. BF Live, Psych Labs content.
Pride for me is not being ashamed of being gay.
That's Chris's face.
Delta supports everyone of every group, whether you're gay, whether you're straight.
And that's me with the glasses. What the fuck, man? That's really sick.
I started in the women's uniform. I didn't feel like it was me. Once I made the switch to the men's uniform, I can't even describe how I feel and how it helps me feel confident in who I am. Every day when a male flight attendant meets me and I'm wearing my vest and my tie, I always say, hey, twin, like that.
I'm a little upset because you look better than I do in the male uniform.
Get out of here.
You should be upset, Chris Abels, because I look good as shit in that Delta uniform. You sick son of a bitch. From the twisted mind of Psych Labs, there you go. That was me and who, you say? Who was in that video?
Chris fucking Abel?
Yeah, that guy. Chris fucking Abel is in there. Space Nerd, Dream Man is laughing. Space Nerd says, looking good. Uncle Jack says, Space Chief 75, any face, anytime, Bob fits. It's the weirdest thing. Dangler says, one common myth is that gold fringe on the American flag signals martial law or maritime law, but that isn't true. I heard it was like a ceremony or indoor flag. Let's see. True, Uncle Jack, every single time. Oh my God, BF boyfriend. Hey. Look at me. I started like doing this. I started feeling like Aaron all of a sudden. Like I'm starting to get, hello. Yep. I was feeling, when I see the guys in their Delta uniform, I was like, you go, girlfriend. Look at you. You looking good, girlfriend. No, you didn't. Haha, says Psych Labs. That's from the Twisted Mind or from Psych Labs. And coffee, tea, or me. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Coffee, tea, or me, Nimrob. I hope you enjoyed it. Those were the latest. Those were the greatest. Looking back at some of the other ones too, with the commercials and everything. But that's all I have for you today for, if I can find my thing, Psych Labs.
Psych.
That's right, BF Live, holding it down in the midday with fun, friends, segments, chat, family. This is what we're doing. Holding it down to midday. We're like almost 20 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock on the East Coast here in the United States. Almost the end of working on our way on to finish up 3 hours of live content Monday through Friday. Let's see what everybody's saying. And I know that we had a request to get onto National Day Hey Hey and Soulful Horoscopes for the weekend. So let's get through a couple chats and we'll get on the right of that stuff. Dream Man knows what's up because he says,
Hello, Frisco.
Psych, BF, and Abel's. Terry Nee loves it, and Terry Nee's a great. He's pretty prolific at doing his face swaps and everything. Oh, yes, I will. Just do it, Dang Lizard. That's right. Just do it. All right, but let's get on to some other fun stuff here, because like by request, Space Nerd knows what we do here. We like to check the National Day calendar here at BF Live to see what kind of crazy or wacky holidays we're supposed to be celebrating today. So let's do that with our look at the National Day Hey Hey.
3, 2, 1.
That's right. Today is the 20th of September. It is the last day of official seasonal summer. Fall begins and everything, and it's not my favorite time of the year, but I'm counting on you guys and helping keep each other's spirits up by joining me every day here on BF Live. But we're heading into the fall. We're heading into the winter. It is September 20th, 2024. It's Friday, so let's check the National Day calendar and see what kind of wacky holidays we're supposed to be celebrating today. Today, on September 20th, it's National Care for Kids Day. I hope you would do that every day. It's National Fried Rice Day. You want fried rice? Sauce on side? I don't know. National Fried Rice. Ooh, I can get down with this. Pepperoni Pizza Day. Shout out to Helga and Lisa. I was hanging out with them on the train wreck this morning, and we got into a little pizza talk. And apparently they get into a lot of pizza talk on that show. But I was saying I love me some bad pizza, and pepperoni is my jam. So we'll definitely get into Pepperoni Pizza Day. It's National String Cheese Day today, which kind of goes hand in hand. You put your string cheese on your pizza. It's National Punch Day, National Tradesman Day. There's a whole shitload of them, so let's go to the top. Now, come on now. We'll go past National Care for Kids Day. Come on, you know you got to care for kids. Do I got to tell you, you got to care about Kids Day? I don't really tell you that. It's National Fried Rice Day. Now, I'm not a big fan of fried rice. I don't eat. I'm kind of a picky eater guy. Oh, but I knew there'd be some fans in here. Space Nerds, see, we always go down the food lane, don't we here? And I gave you a warning this morning, so it's Fried Rice Day, Pepperoni Pizza Day. Let's see what Fried Rice Day is all about. Order up a side of hibachi chicken rice to celebrate National Fried Rice Day on September 20th. During this food holiday, food rice stars as the centerpiece of the meal. Hashtag National Fried Rice Day. Its flavor captures the diners' hearts and keeps them coming back for more. Together with shrimp, chicken, or beef fried rice makes a complete meal. More adventurous foodies can spice it up with some spicy chicken rice. So there's enough to know there. Oh, you like fried rice? Order fried rice, Joe. I don't care. Fried rice day on BF Live. Okay, let's go back and see what other foods. I'm going to get down to this. You know I want to be about pepperoni pizza today. Now, this is my jam right here. We're going to talk about some pizza. Oh, my God, what am I going to eat today? Well, so far you have to choose from fried rice on this menu on the National Day calendar, pepperoni pizza. Let's see what they talk about because I don't know what you guys like. I like me a good pepperoni pizza. I had fries for Friday. Hi-yo. That works. F those little brats. For the kids, Terry's not hearing it. National Abandon Your Child in an Alley Day. See, I knew everybody already knew how to handle children. We got parents in the chat. I don't need to tell you all that stuff. But fried rice is a good idea, says our friend the Dang Lizard. I love fried rice, says our friend Psych Clyde. National Taco Day is Tuesday, October 1st. Please plan accordingly. Yeah. That's right. Get your favorite lady. Fried rice. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Fried rice. Curry Thai fried rice is my favorite, says our friend Psych. I like spinach and cabbage in my fried rice. All right, well, let's see. Let's talk about pepperoni pizza, y'all, because I know most people like some pizza. So let me see what this is all about. On September 20th, we indulge on Pepperoni Pizza Day as we recognize the most popular pizza ever created. This food holiday celebrates the pizza enjoyed by young and old alike. Hashtag Pepperoni Pizza Day. While pizza comes with many different toppings, pepperoni is the single most popular pizza. I concur with that. Whether you like pizza Chicago style or New York style, thin or crispy, deep dish, top it with pepperonis. According to legend, Rafael Esposito created the first pizza in June of 1889. I thought that was Sal Governale's father. Remember Sal's father thought he invented pizzas and pepperoni pizzas and certain food like that, calzone and stuff? It says the Queen of Italy, Margherita of Savoy, inspired the pizza maker so much he created the pie-shaped delicacy. In the Queen's honor, he named it Pizza Margherita and topped the pizza with tomatoes, basil, and mozzarella. The color represents the Italian flag. I think we kind of know that. So come on, y'all. What you going to eat today? You going to eat some fried rice? You going to eat some pizza? What you going to get down with today on BF Live's National Day Hey Hey? All right, let's get into some more of these. National String Cheese Day. We all know what string cheese is. I'm not much of a string cheese guy, but it's a good snack if you like that. National Punch Day. Now, let's see. It must be spiked punch. I don't know. Punch seems like a dated kind of drink to me. I don't really know of many parties really where I go where they have like a punch fountain or a bowl of punch anymore. But if you do, let's see what Punch Day is about. This isn't actually physical punch. This is the liquid punch. On National Punch Day on September 20th goes in several directions. How you interpret those ways is up to you. We, however, will be raising our glass, wishing everyone a good day as we sip on our punch and relax. I'm sure a lot of our adults would like some spiked punch. Let's see. He invented the toppings for the pizza, LOL. Our friend Psych reminds me. Pepperoni invented the deep dish, according to Blumels. Let's see about National Punch Day. While one perspective suggests honoring tools used to make holes, no, we're not talking about that kind of punch. No, hell no. We're talking about the drink. Another points to a day created to throw a few punches at a boxing bag. Nah, we're not getting down with that. However, we will direct you towards the thirst-quenching version instead. Besides, this delicious, refreshing drink sparkles with celebration. A wide assortment of drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, fall into the category of punch, a combination of fruit juice and a carbonated beverage. The colorful, bubbly drink sparkles with party personality. In fact, parties, weddings, and other celebrations serve punch as the centerpiece at the beverage table. Large, wide bowls where flies can get into, that's what I say, known as punch bowls, provide a beautiful vessel for serving punch. So maybe if you're down with some punch. See? I know we got some adults in here. Our adult friends, they want the spiked punch. Every day is National Punch Day in New York City. We're not talking about the physical punches there, Brian Kowalczyk. We're not talking about that necessarily. Oh, there they are right now. Spike punch. Reverend Wild Bill with the peace sign checking in. Punch Buggy. Remember that old game from back in the day. All right, well, let's get on and see if we have any more. I think we got, also, it is National POW/MIA Recognition Day. So for anyone this applies to, we salute our veterans and we pray for those souls that never kind of made it back. The prisoners of war or missing in action where there's really no trace of them. So if you know anybody that's kind of in that realm, keep them in your thoughts today and honor them today. But I think that's going to wrap it up so we can get on to Soulful Horoscope Readings. That was BF Live's check of the National Day calendar, the National Day Hey Hey.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. We're doing it here on BF Live. I'm doing the best to hold it down and entertain you all week long. We're ending up a busy week here on BF Live. We had some guests and lots of chats and lots of fun, and new girl yesterday, so a lot of fun, notable moments happened on BF Live this week. That punch sound effect is delightful, says Blumels. I didn't expect that reaction. All gave some, and some gave all. The Reverend Wild Bill reminds us about all of our veterans, so we want to keep them in mind. Any ones that didn't make it home, because a lot of those guys didn't go there by their choosing. So why don't we do this? What I say? Oh, I know we're heading into the weekend, and it was requested. You guys got to want to know, right? It's the changing. The moon is changing. We're getting into the moon phases changing and the seasons changing, and we want to know what the horoscopes hold in mind for us this upcoming weekend and entering into the fall season. So what I'll do is I'll go over into my horoscope studio. I'll rub my crystal balls. You throw your signs in the chat, and I will read BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings for you. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Readings. That's right, I'm over here now. I'm going to rub my crystal balls, and I'm going to read your horoscopes soulfully here to see what the stars hold in mind for us this upcoming weekend. And for the fall season, at that matter. So let's do that. Let me play my porn/horoscope reading music, and I will read your horoscopes soulfully right here on BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. So let me go to them right now. Let me go with my crystal balls. Here we go. Rub my balls. Ooh, it feels good. Okay, let's see what I can read for you today. I'm going to go to the chat, and we're going to go to the first sign I see, and we're going to see what everybody's at. I want to see the first sign. We got Spike Punch. We got the Brutal Pain checking in with the bones up. What's up, my brother, Brutal Pain? Always hanging out with us in the chat family on Replayables, which you'll see us on tomorrow night on the Levyverse at 10 o'clock East on a Saturday night. When you get home from all your weekend activities with your family and friends and you're still not done having fun, join us on the Levyverse on YouTube. You know what we do. We drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. You super chat and spin the wheel, and we get in all kind of fun and trouble. What's up, Brutal Pain? We were hanging out last night, my buddy. Gano from the Reverend Wild Bill. Hoya Space Nerd and Happy Friday from Brandywine. That punch sound effect is delightful. We got that one. And let's see. The weekend, not that weekend. Vag here. We got a Vegetarius. I didn't remember that you were Vegetarius. It's not a sign, but it should be, and it is right here on BF Live. Vegetarius, a.k.a. Sagittarius. So let me read that for the Reverend Wild Bill, Bobby Nick, and all of our Sagittarius friends. Sagittarius, Wild Bill, today is a 9, my friend. It says, build your energy and strength through steady action. Not that. You can see what's missing, Wild Bill. So practice your routines. Once again, not that. Take advantage of favorable conditions, Wild Bill and Bobby Nick, and your work's gaining respect. There you go. That's for my Vegetarius/Sagittarius friends, Bobby Nick, Wild Bill, and everyone else who might be of that sign on BF Live. Let's check in with Brandywine. She is a lovely Leo. Oh, Bobby Nick, I just read Vegetarius, my friend.
Oh, did you shit?
Vegetarius isn't always first, but since we haven't gotten that far away from it, and you just got here and you are Vegetarius, I will read it for you one more time. It tells you that today is a 9, buddy, so I hope you're having a 9, Vegetarius.
Oh, nice.
It says, build your energy and strength through some steady actions. You can see what's missing, so practice your routines. Take advantage of some favorable conditions because your work is gaining respect, Bobby Nick. There you go, my friend.
There you go.
There's the Vegetarius for you. And now I will get on to reading Leo for all the lovely Leos in the chat today, whether it be Brandywine or Space Nerd or the lovely DJ Electra, Tiffany Washington, etc. Let's go, Leo. Today is an 8 for all my Leo friends. A lucky break reveals new professional possibilities, Leo, Brandywine. Rely on a strong team. Forge ahead with a creative project. Invest in your own success, Leo and Brandywine.
Yeah.
So you're going to have some new professional possibilities. You're going to forge ahead on a creative project and invest in your damn self. Brandywine, have a great weekend to Brandywine and all the lovely Leos in the chat. Wild Bill, amen. That's not really a sign necessarily. Pisces, please, for our friend Matt. Bones up and 666 to you, my friend. He coined the phrase midday freaks. Pisces for Matt. Pisces, that would be niceys. Let's see. Pisces. Pisces, today is the 8th, my friend. Creative projects and ideas are abound. Writing and communication bloom. Organize your thoughts and articulate what you want to say. Get your message out, Pisces. Be creative. You got writing and communication in bloom. So it sounds like you're hitting a growth period, Matt, and all of our Pisces friends. Have a great weekend. Terry Nee checks in and says, mine is Prancer. That's on a whole different calendar.
Hello, Frisco.
I don't have that calendar open up. Virgo, for the birthday boys. Yeah, Nimrod, that's what I'm talking about. Some of you who watch BF Live realize that really, other than me, there isn't really many Virgos other than maybe Jason Bardo X and our friend Tay Boogie. But I'm happy to say that Nimrod is a Virgo as well, buddy. So I feel that we got a team going here. So let's read Virgo for our damn selves, because my birthday is the 21st Saturday, and my boy Nimrod, I understand, is on Sunday, the 22nd, Bobby Nick, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, there we go. So let's have a good weekend, bro. Like I said, my favorite thing to say is I'm getting late for my birthday. I don't know what my wife is doing, but that's my favorite thing to say. So let's read Virgo. I already know that part of my horoscope. Today is an 8 for the Virgos. I feel like I'm having an 8. I'm feeling pretty good. Stick to practical objectives. I'll try to do that. Expand territory with research, studies, and travels. I might have to go to Turkey, maybe. I'm going to expand my territory. I got to monitor some conditions because my illusions will dissolve. I'm having illusions. Let's see. Stay on stable ground because action gets results. All right. But on a serious tip, Nimrod, thank you, buddy. I hope you have a great weekend and enjoy your birthday on Sunday, my friend. I hope you have a great birthday weekend. Let me see. Space Nerd says, me too, Brandywine. Leo, lots of love for the Leo ladies. Yes. Let's get on the BP, Brutal Pain. Like I said, he hangs out in the chat family, and you're going to see him in the Wild Western movie when it eventually comes out, the Perry Caravello Wild Western. So I'm looking forward to seeing Brutal Pain and Bob and Gina and Chris Abels and all of the fun and antics that kind of went around that movie. We're kind of forgetting about it, but that's going to be coming up. The Bull, well, after Libra, we'll get to the Bull. But right now, let's do Libra, because it says for my Libra friends, today is an 8. It says opposites attract. Well, that's kind of very basic, isn't it? Collaborate for a shared financial gain. That means take your little bit of money and mix it with somebody else's lots of money, and then you'll have shared financial gain. You'll have lots of money together. So collaborate for a shared financial gain while avoid reckless spending. It all kind of goes together. Invest your time, your energy, and money for the future. Manage your taxes, insurance, and legal affairs. Well, boy, you can get the whole sense around that one, Libra, that it's all about the money. So get that money, get your money right, get your money grip right. Avoid reckless spending when you put that money together. Invest your time and think about the future. Manage your shit. Handle your business, Libra. Handle your business is what I'm getting out of that, Brutal Pain. Let me see. The Bull, Blummel's defense lawyer says, because no one does it like the Bull. That's Taurus. So let's read this for all of my Taurus friends right here on BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings for this weekend coming up. Let's see. Today is a 9, Taurus, so I hope all my Taurus friends are having a 9. Nurture your damn self, it says. Nurture yourself with your favorite pursuits. Not that. I don't even have to be that. Because your illusions fade. Review options with a personal decision. Advance now for lasting benefits and grab a lucky break. It sounds like it's all about timing for you, Taurus. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself by following your favorite pursuits. It says your illusions fade. Review some options about a personal decision. So maybe you have a personal decision coming up you have to make. Advance now so it sounds like it's saying you got to do it now and grab a lucky break. So I hope that all works out for you, for my friend, for the Tauruses out here, for the Bull, like Blummel's defense lawyer. Thank you, sir, from the Reverend Wild Bill. Yes, thank you, BF. Awesome. I'm glad everybody's liking their horoscope. The Reverend Wild Bill checking in from the ATL says, gotta run, BF. See you tomorrow on Replayables. Peace. Peace out to you, my friend, the Reverend Wild Bill. We will see you tomorrow night, 10 o'clock East on Replayables. Yes, Bobby Nick.
I just said peace out. Peace
Oh,
out,
okay, I
Wild
thought-
Bill.
I
Good to
thought
see
you
you,
were trying
brother.
Okay, I didn't mean to talk over you. By the way, have a great weekend from Reverend Wild Bill. Capricorn, yes, Capricorny, baby. This will be for Donkey Kongington, and I understand this will be for the Dead Fool. I believe he's a crappy corn too, Bobby Nick, as well.
Yeah.
I believe he is. So let's do these for Donkey Kongington and for Dead Fool and for all of the other crappy corns that are out there. Let's do this one. Let's see. Capricorn. Where you at, Capricorn, on the chart? Capricorny. Here we go. Oh, Capricorn. Today is a 7, my Capricorn friends. Follow your heart. You've got to follow your heart. Follow your heart. Relax and have fun with the people you love, Capricorn. Structural challenges could impact a creative project. You can see the unvarnished reality. Sound like, you can't polish a turd, so it sounds like you're seeing the unpolished turd of what I'm reading soulfully between the lines correctly for all my Capricorn friends. So today is a 7. Follow your heart, relax, and have fun with people you love. Maybe that 7 will get a little better once you relax, because it says some structural changes could impact their creative project, and you can see the unvarnished reality. I hope that does well for you, Capricorn, for Donkey Kongington and all our Capricorn friends. Nimrod says, for sure, buddy. Have a good birthday weekend, my friend. Gay man! Praise Jesus and gay men. Isn't that right, Perry? Whoop.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't say it. Dream Man said it. Cheers, Nimrod from Donkey Kongington. March release for the movie. Brutal Pain reminds us. And if there's any way I could get to that, preview, I would love to go to that premiere. Ayo, Donkey Kongington from Dream Man. So what I do every day, LOL. He must have been getting something out of his Soulful Horoscope reading. Psych is laughing. Hey there, Donkey from our friend Nimrod. Crappy corn, space nerd. Yes, we got the crappy corn. Don't talk about donkey like that, nerd. Hi-oh. Look who's checking in, Bobby Nick.
Oh, it's
corn.
corn.
It's corn.
Very nice.
Hey, Corn. How you doing? How's Corn and Granny and Chops and all those guys over there in the cornfield? Let's see. Space Nerd's throwing out the emoji. Space Nerd's throwing out the leather emoji. Donkey knows that I adore him. Space Nerd asks, what's up, Corn Diff? Matt checks in. He's having fun with the Perry emojis. Bones up, and I hope if you're a member, you can have fun with the emojis too. You can be a Fanatic level for $4.99 a month, or no, Fanatic is $9.99. Chat Family is $4.99 a month. Thank you in advance if you member up and use those stickers. And I do agree that I think Psych, I'm going to try to get Psych maybe his own emoji. I saw some people commenting about that in the chat, so maybe I'll make that happen. Bones up, Donkey. Donkey Bones up from Matt. New Girls thing is running. You better nerd. Spawn says, I'll dox myself today. Everyone's got a price, just like the $6 million man. I got to get that sound effect. All right, Bobby Nick. Well, it's 2:39 here where I'm at on the East Coast of the United States, buddy. I don't see no more signs. I even think I read Virgo. I think I read just about every one. So with that, we're going to wrap up this segment right here of BF Live, the Soulful Horoscope Readings, and maybe get on some other fun stuff I have planned for you. But I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. That was BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Reading.
Well.
I found it when I began this bit, Bobby Nick, and I can't find it now, buddy. Here it is. Oh, that's the news thing. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Reading. Yeah, we're having folk. I didn't change my studio back. Son of a bitch. I always miss a production step. I got too many bells and whistles over here, Bobby Nick.
Yeah.
Too many bells and whistles and button to hit up.
I'm not
So
hearing the music though, so that's good. You shut that out.
I did. I cut the music out, but I forgot
Yeah.
to put myself back in the right
Yeah.
studio. There you go. Matt Bones up from Donkey Kongington. My own emoji. No way. Dude. Yeah, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to try to get you your own emoji. I'll fund myself an emoji just to have. You'll find myself or you'll fund one. We'll get you one. Eating corn on the cob the long way. Wait a minute. You know, only certain guys. Yeah. You're not supposed to really enjoy corn like that.
Hello, Frisco.
All right, here we go. All right, let's see. I miss Electra's love horoscope. Well, we'll hope to get Electra back on the show soon for Friday for doing the love horoscopes. But yes, I do kind of miss that part of this feature too. We used to do that on Fridays and everything. Let's see what I say. I can send. Oh yeah, bro. Send me your logos and I'll see which one, because they have to be kind of really a few pixels and everything, bro, to kind of fit in that range. But I'll take what you got, buddy. Thank you. And I will give you a custom Psych Labs emoji that you can share here on BF Live. Let's see a moment, Mr. Paint. Let's see. Let me run this a little bit. How about we do one of these? We'll do one of these. I'll run something in between stuff. Let's do now. And now, a moment with Mr. Paint. Now a moment with Mr. Paint. Let's check with Mr. Paint. Let's see what kind of words of wisdom he has for us. Playing for us, Bobby Nick. Mr. Paint. He always got something wise to say. Yeah. See a lesson from Mr. Paint. Let's go.
Raw onion.
Raw onion, Bobby Nick.
Okay. I said raw onion. Raw onion.
Say word sound. Raw onion.
Thank you for the order. So you want a hamburger, small fries, a small Coke, a small drink, with raw onion on your burger, not grilled. That's right. That's right.
Get it. Get them raw onions.
And no cheese. No cheese. I don't want no cheese. I don't want to pay extra money for.
No cheese. I think you were right. I think you were right, Space Nerd. I think you had a bad experience at a drive-thru, and that was a moment with Mr. Paint. Right here on BF Live.
The guy needs some downers or something.
Got the trip. I think someone heard him. Blum's defense lawyer said, PTSD, said our friend, the Space Nerd. Raw. That's right. Raw onions. Oh, baby, I like them raw. Yeah, baby, I like them raw. Let's see. The Spawn says, have a great sex-filled birthday weekend, Bobby. Feel free to join us in the lounge at the bottom of the hour today. One earbud. You know the drill, my friend. Okay, Spawn. I'll try to take you up on that. Bobby Nick, I know we're a little early for the plugs, but do you want to preview whether you intend to be on the lounge after the show today, buddy?
Well, I will definitely be in the lounge today at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Rumble. Rumble.com/the Bobby Nick Show.
Yep, and Bobby Nick's all of his links are running in the chat. His Bobby Nick 1978 and his Rumble chat. So if you can't find it, just click on it in the chat and they'll take you right over there. Blumble says that, damn it, BF, you never miss a reference. Well, I does my best. Hoya Spawn, take care. Did he have a bad experience to drive through? We read that one already. Space Nerd, check out Bobby Nick's show starting soon. The link is in the chat. Hashtag colonoscopy. I'm not sure why that's a thing, but he likes it raw. Someone did hurt him, I think. Did someone force him to eat onions when he was a little kid? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I do enjoy raw onions on my burgers and tacos and pizza, said our friend Space Nerd. Okay, y'all. Well, look, we do 3 hours of programming here today, as I always say. It is 2:45 right where I'm at. That means there's only 15 more minutes left in the show until we complete 3 full hours of programming and finish up this great week. I want to thank, it feels like a banner week that I've had here on BF Live. Thanks for all the love and the participation and all the new guests and new girls' cleavage and all that stuff. It's been an amazing week. That her cleavage was an amazing guest and all, but we're not done yet. How about if I do this? When I'm out here preparing the show, I see all kind of like articles and videos and random cool shit. And when I get a certain amount of it in a pile, I like to present it on my show right here, and I call it Internet Shite. So let's look at some of that. That's right. I'm always on the computer looking for great things and content ideas to bring you. And when some don't fit a category, I just think they're kind of cool and interesting to share with my friends, I share them right here on BF's internet shite. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's see. My first piece of internet shite. Like I said, this is just things that when they catch my attention, I'll present them here. So check this out, Bobby Nick. This guy made a mind-blowing 3D headgear mechanism. And check this out. I'm telling you in advance because it's going to take a minute to process what this guy has in his hand, what he's doing. But check this out.
Created a 3D replica of his own head entirely out of gears. The mechanism is designed so that each gear completes 6 full rotations before the head returns to its original shape. The entire cycle takes just 10 seconds. Watching this mesmerizing process is truly captivating.
What are you thinking of that, Bob? You see that, man? That's pretty cool.
This artist
that's the definition of an actual gearhead right
created
there.
A 3D replica of his own head entirely out of gears. The mechanism is designed so that each gear completes 6 full rotations before the head returns to its original shape. The entire cycle takes just 10 seconds. Watching this mesmerizing process is truly captivating.
There you go. That's Gearhead on BF Live's first piece of internet shite.
Man.
That is a Gearhead. Let's see. I ran off a batch thinking about it. I can't lie. Oh, we're talking about New Girl, I guess. Let's see. That's amazing, Space Nerd like that. See, I thought that was pretty cool too. And I just marvel at the thinking that you can kind of think that and know that if you spend this a certain amount of times, it's going to go back to its original position. I love Trader Joe's, says Blummel's defense lawyer. Perry loves it too, but only the pizza.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't say it. Blummel's brought Trader Joe's up. I do too, says Space Nerd. All right, well, if you like that one, I got a few more pieces of internet shite that I can show you. This I thought was cool. You know, our girl, New Girl she was rocking some tattoos yesterday there, Bobby Nick.
Oh, yeah.
She's tatted up pretty good. And I will say that I guess I don't know if it's a cleavage that made me biased or what, but I don't mind tattoos on some girls more than others. I don't know. I wasn't really bothered by them yesterday, Bobby Nick.
Some about her.
I don't think that's where my eyes were concentrating. So maybe that's what I need. Maybe if I want to get with somebody where I have to tolerate tattoos, maybe they have to have enough cleavage to distract me from.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, I usually don't like chicks with tattoos, like all tatted up like that.
Same.
But man,
it must be that cleavage is playing into our tattoo bias there, Bobby Nick. I think
it wasn't a problem yesterday.
It's amazing the things that men or people in general will overlook for cleavage or for due to attraction, Bobby Nick, if you will. Because somebody's attractive. But let's look at some of these tattoos, Bob, because I respect the artistry of tattoo. It's just not for me, buddy. I just don't. I think at some point you I don't know. It gets to be too much. It's not anything I'm interested in. But look at these, my friend. These have like depth to them. Look at these things. These are 3-dimensional debossed tattoos. Look like they're carved into the flesh. Can you see that the detail in them? How they look like they. Look at these things. They look like they have actual depth to them. So this is kind of the new.
Look like somebody cut into the skin.
Yeah, you can like see actual shadowing in the tattoos. I think there's an example right there. It looks like it's carved into the skin. Look at this in the guy's head, buddy.
Damn.
It's got like letters and stuff. Let's see if that's the last picture they have. Yeah, that's the last picture they have. Let me see if I'll run this video for and you can see a little more detail of it. Look.
This is Daniel Gulliver, otherwise known as Gully Tattoo of Hove UK, and by Gully are his tattoos insane. He creates these tattoos with an embossed lettering effect that looks like they're actually carved into the skin.
See, like I said, I respect the artistry of it, but I would never do it.
Pieces. They're just so well done. Gully's always wanted to be a tattoo artist and even dropped out of university to pursue the art full time. Besides the embossed lettering, he's also got these tattoos that look like they're floating, placing the shadows at just the right places.
Look
the
at
line
that,
work is so
man.
clean
I
regardless
respect
of what
that.
style.
I wouldn't do it,
and
but I
the dude
respect
is
it.
truly an artist, having done tattoos in a variety of styles. Before the letters, he was making insanely detailed micro-realism pieces typically about pop culture. And every single piece is just so well done. And before that, he did large-scale black and gray realism. The ability to create tattoos of any size and still maintain the same amount of quality is incredible. He is an undeniably amazing artist.
There you go. So like I said, I respect, yes, like Space Nerd says, that is talent, and I respect the artistry and everything. I just don't have the interest or probably the nerve to go up, through the thing and all. But it isn't so much fear of the tattoo thing. It's just more that I just don't. It's just not for me. But I respect it a lot. But wow. So we can pretend that we went through some pain. Boom, Brandywine. Men are jealous that we. Oh, wait a minute, because we got some boobies. Boobies make everything better. That's,
They do.
What that the line? If I had boobs, if I had boobs, I'd never leave the house. Oh, right. Kind of that line. I'd never stop playing with them. I never get out of the house. The onions are crispy. I buy their ramen noodles. That is next. And my fried rice, says Space Nerd. Space Nerd Check says that's boom, Brandywine. Men are jealous that we can touch and play with them whenever we want. Exactly. Right. If I had 2 pairs of tits like that, I'd never leave the house. Oh, I'd be playing with them all the time. Wow. So you can pretend that we went through some pain. Idiots talking about the tattoos. That is talent. Yes, Space Nerd, along with the rest of our body. Oh, hello. That is definitely super cool, our friend Blummel says about the tattoo art. Space Nerd and Brandy are having fun talking about titties. Damn, imagine being so good at drawing that you can permanently ink someone's flesh and make it look cool. Right? And I do respect it. I think that takes a talent. The artistry and everything, I have nothing but respect for that. I can't even imagine Blummel's. That's pretty cool. Space Nerd said it's crazy. And we'll get on to some other BF shite. Take you to the top of the hour here, as we do here. All right. Bobby Nick, I like featuring this guy. This is that young kid, Corbin Millette, who loves to torture his parents with all the stunts. Well, I got a new one, buddy. He bought his dad like a truck, I think, for his birthday. Yeah. He bought him like a Harley. Like, he buys him nice stuff, right? Well, this is what he did recently to his dad's truck when his dad went to go look for his truck. This is what his kid put in the driveway, Bob. A Flintstone car.
With a Flintstone car.
I found this Flintstone car on Facebook Marketplace, and I knew it was time for my dad's truck to go.
See ya. And you don't tell him. He always waits till he's going somewhere. And a lot of times you leave, you need like every bit a minute. You walk out that door to get in your car and go there. But here's what happens when he goes out the door.
What the fuck is that? No. Where's my truck?
Yeah, you better get to fucking using them feet, boy.
Why are you always fucking on my shit when I'm late? It's pissing me off. Where'd you get this from? I don't have time to be fucking around with you today. Seriously.
Pose with that thing. Only way I'm giving your truck back to you, take it down the road.
I don't have time.
Take it down the road. Hey, Fred, look at that, man.
Replacing my dad's truck with a Flintstone.
That kid is funny. I'm glad he ain't mine, but damn, he's funny to watch. Oh my goodness. Blummel's defense lawyer says this anti-booby rhetoric will not stand. Blummel says the anti-onion propaganda has got to stop as well. Okay, we'll stop it all. Widow Killer checks in and says, "Yabba dabba doo." There you go. He took your car, Fred. I had a plethora of meltdowns in restaurants over onions, not because they made a mistake, but because I pleaded with them and it would still happen. Yeah, my wife is constantly ordering things without onions. She orders Greek salad and asks them not to put onions on it, and then she has to get it and pick the onions off. I don't know. Onions must be in like everything. I don't know what it is. That is frustrating, says Space Nerd, when you want to go out to your car and you find the Fred Flintstone car in place of your F-150. Think Jake, but with a much more extensive vocabulary. That's what onions on my food brings out of Spawn. Holy shit, you get like the Tourette's and going off. Onions, don't do it. You had a meltdown at a restaurant over onions, ? Blumels asked. My feet would get drawn up and I would literally run myself over with the Flintstone car, Space Nerd speculates. I would have a meltdown over cheesecake, says our friend Brandywine. Spawn says, it was at an airport, the one I can recall the most. I was the only customer. It took 40 minutes, layered with onions. I vented, and a new burger appeared in 3 minutes. Plum says, "Hey, you snowflake." No. So Spawn, I can empathize with you because I don't like condiments or onions or anything on my food, my friend. So I can empathize with somebody who wants their food the way they want that shit. All right, Bobby Nick, I got a couple more pieces of internet shite that I can show you. Oh, you know what I want to show you? I want to show you a couple of these real quick because you ever watch that show BattleBots that used to be on TV?
Oh yeah, I used to. Yeah. Sure.
Bro, so like it was on like all these different channels, ABC, ESPN. It was on like some of the history channels or whatever. It's getting moved all over the place. I lost track of it, buddy. So it's been a minute since I've seen some of these creations. So I want to show you some of these wild ass creations from the BattleBots things that are going over now for my friends that know about BattleBots. Check out the innovation that's going on in these bots, Bobby. Check this thing out. Whoop.
I want to see some fire here from Kill It With Fire.
I see some fire. What is the mechanism? I must.
So do you see what's going on here? There is a little blowtorch right here at the bottom. You can't see it. It's a very thin thing of light, but watch it because not much fire is the weapon of this robot. Check it out, Bob.
Chris was saying that he thinks it's like a creme brulee torch or something. Here we
Look at
go,
this.
another good pin. Blasting the inside of the robot.
He just gets a hold of it and burns it.
I just want charred fish, Luke.
Oh, a great pin. High centering his opponent on top of his mini bot. Killer with Fire able to get deep inside of that robot. It's
Bro, like right into the circuitry.
As we go to the judges, if it's anything other than a win for Kill It With Fire, we're burning down the building, Lindsay. I want to see some fire.
There you go. So that's, I'd never seen that, Bobby Nick.
Holy crap.
I'd never seen them burning them up like that before.
No.
And then they must like my then my algorithm must have picked up on what I was looking for, Bob. And then this one came up. Check out the insanity and the ingenuity. And once again, this is something I respect too, is the ingenuity and the thought that it takes to make this stuff. Check this one out, Bob. 2022 Fight of the Year.
What is going on? Oh, we have to check the integrity of the floor after depth charge. Look at this.
So this is one of those ones that tested the bounds of the enclosure, Bobby Nick.
Depth charge is a 45-pound robot.
It's like a buzzsaw. Look, now this James thing is about to come out and fight it. Watch this shit.
It got an extra 15-pound weight bonus because it's not using wheels. This is bristle drive. Look at that. The front of James.
Oh my. That was awful.
That's one of those mini bots, one of those little feeler bots.
Oh, I do not feel safe, Chris.
Watch this.
Let's go.
Oh,
wow.
Look.
Yes. Whoa. Oh, my God. Okay.
Look, Bobby Nick busted the glass of the enclosure, buddy. I've never seen that. The whole time I was watching.
We've shattered the side of the big box.
So you sit there as a crowd thinking that you're pretty safe from all this,
Look
and
at
look.
the audience. Everyone's still alive. Anybody bleeding?
Wow.
Now look at that. They love it. They love the carnage.
Wow, that was pretty. So you don't see too many of them that that defy the bounds of the enclosure that they're in. Blummel's defense lawyer says, "Is that a pager from Lebanon?" Wow. For those of you following that story, that is an amazing story, what they've done over there. Blummel says, I respect that. BattleBots was awesome, and I think it still exists on some level. I don't know if they're on the internet only now, but apparently they're still around a little bit, Blummels. But yes, I love me some BattleBots. Who doesn't like that? Two like nerds going in the ring and bringing like these crazy ass inventions in and having them just attack each other. Awesome TV and shit. Let me see. Is this correct? Cheat melted. Is that a pager from Lebanon? We got that for years. Blummel's defense lawyer. It is amusing thought to see how much it bothers you. BF, I truly, hopefully, you have a wonderful birthday. Thank you, Brandywine. Please accept my apology. I had no idea. Okay, let's all get along now. We're heading into the weekend. All right, let's see here. I got another one, but you think that one was something? Once again, I'm astonished by and amazed by the creativity of these guys. So I'll show you one last one here on BF Live's internet site. Little internet site with some BattleBots kind of thing. Look at this one, Bobby. They call it Pepe Silva, apparently.
Pepe Sylvia.
His name keeps coming up over and over.
But look, it has no wheels, once again. I'm fascinated by the ingenuity and the motion and the weapon and all that. No wheels at all, Bob.
Again, every day Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia.
Looks like a creature moving around the arena. Look at it chasing down after Boreon.
Oh, and that was a bad exchange. Our arena walls took a battering. I've never seen that much damage before.
It is just slow-moving death at this point.
I mean, oh my God, Kyle!
You can see the weapon is off.
Completely removed from Boreon. It's like watching a zombie movie happening. It's just lurking and following and relentlessly stalking its prey. Oh, look at that. It's no longer moving as the time runs out.
Serious look on the face of Luke. Luke builds weird robots, but he takes this sport so seriously.
And there you go, my folks. That is the last piece of internet shut I have for you today. So I'm going to run my thing, and then we're all going to sit back and relax and have a nice beverage while Bobby Nick tells us his plugs for the rest of the day and the weekend. But that was BF Live's internet shut. All right, y'all. Well, here we have it, folks. Here it is. It's Friday. It is 2 minutes after the 3 o'clock hour where I'm here on the East Coast of the United States. So this feels like the end of the show. It feels like the end of an awesome week. Thank you guys so much for coming here every day and giving me a place and a purpose to do the stuff that I'm enjoying doing. And I'm great to have friends here like my friend Bobby Nick. The announcers are the most interesting thing about that, in my personal opinion. Well, that's awesome. And I trust that you enjoyed and had a great week here on BF Live. But the weekend is not over by any means. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Bobby.
I'll throw it out there since it only comes around once a year. So I'm looking forward to celebrating my birthday with you all. Whoever can make it tomorrow night on the actual day of my birthday on the Levyverse. 10 o'clock tomorrow night on the Levyverse channel. Once again, like I said, on YouTube. Replayables. We drink, smoke, laugh, joke. Please come spin the wheel, super chat, and see what kind of fun and trouble we can get into. It's going to be a banger on top of it because it's my birthday. I hope to see you there. Dang Lizard checks in. Thank you for the last super chat for the £5 and says, have a great birthday tomorrow, BF. Thank you, guys. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much. I'm feel very fortunate to be here and be alive and to be with you guys. So I'm loving it all. This is all I need for a birthday present. Take care, y'all. All of you need to join us on Replayables tomorrow at 10 o'clock East on the Levyverse channel on YouTube. Space Chief 75 says, thanks, BF Bobby. Great show and happy birthday tomorrow. Thank you, my friend. Space Chief 75. Blumble says, it's your birthday tomorrow, BF? Question mark. Happy birthday, brother. You know it. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. It's just slow-moving debt at this point. Another win for the toe. There you go, because I saw somebody saying that after we're going to check out Bobby Nick in the lounge, but they might be doing Point, Dabble Point. Always a lot of great fun shows to get into. And Bobby Nick's going to tell you about some of them now because he is a prolific podcaster. So now, at this time, I turn it over to Bobby Nick Havens for his plugs.
All right. Well, yeah. In like less than a half an hour, check me out in the lounge. I do a music video show, guys, and I take music video requests. And for the low price of $1, you can see your music video request on my show. And that's at rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. And yeah, we'll be getting into that in just a little bit. And then tonight at 7 p.m., the Lunatic Lounge. We'll be doing that with a bunch of knuckleheads. And yeah, that's at Bobby Nick 1978 on YouTube. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a gooder, folks. Join No Filter with Andrew and friends at 7 p.m. Eastern, where we will be celebrating the 200th episode of No Filter.
Wow,
it's going to be
good stuff, buddy.
pretty wild. And Jerry Shepardini is going to shave, well, actually wax.
Yes.
Is lower.
A Scottish ginger is going to wax on No Filter tomorrow night.
Should be very interesting, folks. And then, of course, right here, BF Live, Monday to Friday, noon to 3-ish. And we're in the ish right now.
Always in the ish.
And then, of course, JBX is God. Whatever show is on tonight, probably another chill cast. So check it out. Sometimes it's not a show, but it's a fun hang. It's always a fun hang, guys, at JBX is God. Jason Bardo X. So, yeah. There you go. That's my plugs.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Bobby Nick. So, like I said, plenty of fun to be had. The weekend is really only just beginning, and I like to start off for you with positivity in the midday. Like I said, it feels like a banner week. I want to thank, starting off the week, thank Johnny Russo, the co-author of Anthony Cumia book, Spare Me, for joining us on Monday. We tried to get some guests in Tuesday or Wednesday. That really didn't work out too good. But I want to thank the lovely New Girl and JJ Dabbles for joining us yesterday, and Ekul Pineapple for joining us today. I love this, folks. This is what I want to do. I want to continue to bringing you entertainment in the midday, having guests, fun segments, chat family, all of that shit. So let's get to it. We got a busy weekend to get started with, y'all. Maybe you'll see me in the chat hanging out over in the lounge with Bobby Nick Havens. I'll try to stop over there. We'll do that. And we're going to look forward to having a great weekend. I'm already kind of thinking ahead to what my birthday weekend holds out for me. I might be going to the Orioles game tonight, so I'll start out like that. Going to go have some crabs tomorrow, and I'm going to enjoy my weekend. I trust and hope you enjoy your weekend too, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at 10 o'clock East on the Levyverse channel on YouTube for Replayables. Thank you all very much for this great week. It's been a really great week once again. Thank you on behalf of Bobby Nick Havens, Scott Fitzpatrick, Stormy, Andrew, and the chat family. Peace and love. I love you all, and I will see you the next time I see you right here on BF Live. Have a great Friday, and have a great weekend, y'all. Take care. We out.
Peace.